Oh, we can check what is there. A DLC on sale. And games from Quebec. MXQCL. 0 hours SnowRunner Thief Simulator. Oh, good stuff. The 83% sale. Oog. There was some Taipei there going on. What is there? 1 second. Heat it up. Hey, Zach Mark. Hello. Nice, man. Nice. Sounds good. How would you game? How would you game? Insane cyber athleticism right there. Insane. Super bit too. Let's see. The guilty gear. I see. Alright. The fighting stuff. Alright, let's see what do we have on Taipei show. Because just the discounts and stuff, that's whatever. Not super whatever, but still. Indie Game Awards nominees. What do we have there? Alien of the Arena. Oh, looked interesting. That one looks interesting. Narrative adventure, a game about jazz and love. Ooh, Aestheticus. Got nominated, nice. Aestheticus was interesting. The Lost Command. Snake X Bullet Hell. Logo in the Secret Forest. And this one actually one of the... I think there was one... Where was it? The post-mortem of one of those, or maybe not. Maybe not. No, I think I read about it somewhere else, I guess. Yeah, I think so. I think so, huh? A Gigabash. Karamo Clock. Investigation time exploration game coming soon. Oh, the Wandering Village. Hope these guys gonna win something. That's nice stuff. Stealth platformer journey, a library of Babel. 2D stealth platformer and graphic adventure to be announced. RP7 slot managing roulette. If you can't understand the gameplay with the video, don't worry. If you play it, you'll understand super easily. Damn, that's very very interesting description to put out there, right? If you don't understand what's on the trail, just buy it, bro. You'll be all clear. All right. Don't worry, you'll understand as soon as you buy. The strats, dude, the strats. Oh yeah, the gripper, but does it have that should be the demo there. Yeah, there is one. Let's get him. And that will be some next Festa what a day. We'll check that one out. That was funny, like I tried like the new platform. Like one dude we were kinda like who was organizing some of the like the Scuff late night show and everything in DreamHack, Samir. Um, he was working on the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines and stuff. No, wait, not Bloodlines. Bloodhunt, right? Bloodhunt, yeah. Yeah, working on that one's community manager. And now he moved to one of those, like the Lurkit, one between, like the platform between game devs and content creators. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, that's sign, you know, of approval, sorta. Like, he's working there because, like, he organized like a bunch of charity events and stuff before for us, and in general, pretty cool dude. So I was like, why not? Let's go check that one out. And yeah, they got sent like the Gripper demo to play. Like, all right, sure, let's try. Like, press agree. You agree that kind of added that you accepted the thing, but it doesn't have any more Steam keys. Like, all right, what now then? I can accept it, but I can't produce the cover because there's no Steam keys anymore. Like, how does that work, dude? How does that work? No, I guess at least now it's available, so we'll see if it will work or not. We'll see if it will work or not. Well, yeah, I could be interested to try. Just in general looked interesting. Balance breakers. Got the cats. It's a hidden cat though. You can see it even first. You can't even see it first. They need to put more accent on the cat. As we see, the cat is important. The cat is important. On the night. Oh, I remember that one. Oh, this one was out. Well, this one actually kind of reminds me of another one too. Yeah, I remember. That I remember. That I remember. I thought this one was out already in March. A Dungeon. These guys are back. Remember there was like some fiesta with those dudes too. Another case of Me Too and everything, I think. If it's them, I think it was, and the ones with I'll see that member. Maybe. Or was it the Dungeon? It wasn't the Dungeon. Yeah, it's like the guys bringing like the Japanese games. Ooh, what was the platformer? Yeah, it might be a different one. Oh man, what was the name of that one? I need to remember. The pixel art, also like the weeb kind of 2D Souls-like, obviously, quote-unquote platformer. Man, what was the name? It's pretty popular. People were asking to play that one back in the day too. Okay, I forget. There's like a lot of parts of that one too, I think. There's like a lot of games really falling under the description too. Bro, I could forget. I think I even had it before. I think they were publishing that one, but I guess it's not done yet then. Let me see, what was that? That ain't it. Trying to remember. Maybe I'll find it. And maybe I'll find it. Come on. That'll be easier to find that one. I didn't even like need it. When you don't need it, you don't remember it. Then when you need, you can't. Man, what was that? Shoot. I think I have it, so I couldn't check the library. Man, come on. Okay. Wait, I think that was them though, wasn't it? Oh, these guys also had some, okay, I see. But they did some issues still. So it was them though, I remember right, I think. Wasn't it? It wasn't exactly the Me Too stuff, but yeah, still was some fiesta there. Wait, so it was them then. But when the game is not there though. Let's see, maybe this way. Got to find it. I want to find it. It doesn't show here though. So it wasn't theirs then. It was, yeah. Why is not here? Of course. Piega. Oh yeah, there's a new one. Oh, they changed, I guess, publisher. So I guess after the Fiesta, they changed the publisher. So it was. I'll see. I'll see. Yeah, this seems like they switched the publisher. Alright. Yeah, there was like a 19 or something. There was some Fiesta with that publisher too. So abusive stuff and everything, and not paying money. Yeah, I remember right. I remember right. I didn't remember the name of the game though in time. Yeah, hope for remake. I mean, it will be. I think that's a given. I think now they're talking even about continuing, you know, Dead Space in general. So like, I guess new parts even. Hey, Soundprayer, hello. How we doing, man? How's it going? But you did pretty good for them. Did pretty good for them, seems like. Alright, let's see. Some horrors. The karaoke. Spellforce Conquest the VO. This one apparently is pretty good. Developer owned by Gravity. It's quite a name. One way to name your developer company. Get some of that soup. Nutrition in. The Dark Souls 2. Make original IP? Well, Callisto did. You know. Didn't work that well. Sadly. Am I using cheap ass store icons in the UI? THQ Nordic not providing enough budgets, yeah. Seems like it. Seems like it. Not enough money for that, dude. It's not like Age of Wonders, yeah. Maybe not a bad thing. A new Age of Wonders coming soon though, too, though. And the Steam version didn't even have the EA launcher and stuff. Maybe they suddenly started to realize them. Let's see what I say. Yeah, you kind of like start noticing. Even like I don't really have a lot of knowledge of like assets and stuff, but still, it's like a lot of it being used everywhere, like the stock sounds, stock assets, and everything, even free ones. And that's normal. I'm gonna try to mask it, of course. At least the DLC will be good. I mean, you know. Now these are the finisher is gonna be good. You pay for it. Yeah, free is free, yeah. No, I just don't really understand the argument with like assets reusal and stuff. Like, and dude, if it looks alright, it plays good and everything, why reinvent the wheel? As long as it actually fits and everything, of course. The main question when it's like all over the place, like the style is not cohesive and everything. I'm using the speed tree, I see. I think that's fine. Might want to pick those that are a bit less popular though, you know, so people don't get mad over that. Let's see some prayer, I see. You seen the story though? How you doing? Yeah, 1-3 custom made, yeah. I see what I wanted to say. That's good. That's good. At least something nice once in a while, you know. Am mostly positive? Interesting question. It's almost very positive, but let's see. Only one mode, scripted campaign. Map appears to be random every time you're walking in single player's RPG campaign mode. Maybe guardrails and very arbitrary scripting rules. Not a lot of customization. Quite a limited, lackluster game. Seems like a bargain, but there's a reason it's cheap. Played an hour, but I'm refunding. I knew it wasn't a world I'd want to go back to. Damn, son. I have to make it sound epic. Not a 4x game. I can be called asymmetric 4x. You don't build any cities. Your main location is your main tower. It has rooms. Befriend cities. Build extra buildings. Advance your dominion. Is a campaign, not a free-for-all 4x. So I think it's like the case of misunderstanding. not properly telegraphed what exactly the game is about, and people expecting other stuff. So it seems like just like tagged by like 4x probably, and then someone comes expecting civilization, doesn't get civilization, gets mad. Yeah, I think it's kind of like the sort of like standalone DLC of sorts, with a twist on it, and it's kind of cheap too, sort of, not the full price. Combat stun locking, alright. Still people mostly happy though. Solid is enough clarity in the systems themselves. Found myself wondering if this is a feature or a bug. Thought approves. Thought approves. It's a different developer, yeah. Nice mix, yeah. Seems pretty good, huh? Yeah, what's here? Cons crashes, melee sound effects don't sound that great. The units are not losing damage output with them losing health. King's Bounty 2 units would be knocked out, reducing the unit's overall damage output. Can only regain, well, it's like very specific mechanic you would expect in the game. You can do that particular thing from another game. In this game, there is nothing like that particular game. So that's a negative, bro. Alright, suit done. So not sure. I think mostly just, yeah, didn't telegraph properly what kind of game that is. And people just got a bit disappointed. Game-breaking blank page bug. That's already worse. Some artwork had strange noise and texture. Very tiny GPGs outscaled up. It didn't fit the rest of the art styles. But those are the assets then. Yeah, glitches and bugs sounds already. Yeah, 3 crashes in 47 minutes. Okay, so yeah. Tech issues and some miscommunication. Aspects confusing. On sale for half off, it'll be worth the price. Alright. Oh, overall still good though. Still good reviews. Let me go and move this there. Good man. There we go. Ooh, right. Done. I continue. Your only move is a hustle. What do we have here? Overwhelmingly positive, damn son. Buster technique, execute flashy combos, outsmart opponents across the world, frame by frame. Slow down the clock to fine-tune your fighting style. This innovative turn-based combat simulator. Pulverize your friends in the choreographed spectacular fight scenes. No training mode required. The fuck? Are we to think indeed, eh? It's a multiplayer with some turn-based. Show prediction buggy. Alright. Is everyone just like planning their stuff and then they load in? And like you plan your turn start and then they get their turn to do? Seems like you have like limited amount of time to plan your turns and stuff. Yes, I'm pretty kind there. Really good reviews. Interesting. Chess for people that have sex, them son. I'll read your opponent in real time. And get Tom Slap 3x. Literally what was inside my brain when I was 11 years old. Okay. So you don't like plan too ahead. You just like everyone has like a turn or something. So you plan attack, you plan direction seems like or something. Yeah, there's direction. That's not sure exactly what is. Then I guess enemy also plans something, and then you can execute the turn and see what happens. Probably. Seems dank. Seems dank. But I mean nice though. A turn-based fighting game. Sounds cool. See, Windows is already on it. Windows already on it. Oh, Industries of Titan is out on Steam now. Mostly positive. The recent mix though. Oof, why? I played this one on the very start of early access. That looked kinda nice. Looked promising, but yeah, not sure. Not sure if they delivered on the promise though. Disappointingly shallow. Great music, good art, that's for sure. Gameplay disappointingly boring. Alright. Visually pleasing, built on a broken core system. Idea of you building and customizing factory buildings. Place one down on the map, then enter them to be present with a grid space where you can construct modules. Alright, did that. Toribash, I see. Sounds good. Does the problem game immediately provides you with the option to replace this minigame. Yeah, so instead of like getting all the stuff inside the factory buildings, you just like slap the prepared ones. Custom 3-story factory with efficiently laid out citizen housing and working spaces. Doesn't matter, the game gives you offices and apartments. These buildings do exactly what the modules do, just as efficiently, with the added advantage of not requiring you to enter the building and place modules. It's true for every module in the game, with the exception of mineral refinement. Gameplay appears to go. The game appears to go out of its way to sabotage its primary gameplay loop. Well, I mean, like it. I think it's kind of maybe not a bad thing though if you like build it once, like customize something hardcore once, but then it just gives you kind of like template. Like maybe not even like the game made building, but you just like save the template and just slap the templates. I mean, that kind of makes sense. It might be a gameplay loop, but I'm not sure if they went for that gameplay loop. I'm not sure I would enjoy that gameplay loop if you would need to like customize every single building in the same way again and again and again because it's most optimized you got. That wouldn't be very pleasant, probably. So that might be not necessarily that bad. I'll wait to buy. Alright, then we wait some more. Man, where was the like the initial release? That was a while ago. That was a while. It's the 31st of January. There are the reviews from December 2021 actually. Was it on Steam that early also? Oh, he's like out of early access even already. Ooh. Yeah, I can see people being not happy then. Was it the recent? No, recent is still early access though. I think that these are the most recent then. Wait another 6 months or a year. Runs like crap. A lottery. A lottery. Wait, can I see when I played last time? It wasn't on Steam, like it was actually early access on Epic. And that was a while ago. I wonder if I can even see it. Let's see, I can check Epic later anyway, might as well. Might as well. Industries of Titan. Ooh, for April 20. Ooh. That was indeed quite the early access, man. That indeed was quite something. Yeah, they're not holding the Fortnite endures DDoS. Yeah, like the first start is like slow, then kind of gets better, but still sometimes can be PPG. Can sometimes still be PPG. City of Gangsters. Devastating feels bad, man. Not the short. Not the short. That's an ale indeed, eh? Quite. Oh, it's self-published actually too, huh? So it didn't get picked up by the publisher or just refused everyone. Interesting. That one's quite big, eh? I remember Lyric played that one on stream too. I liked it a lot. Like 3 years ago. Guess they would be sniped already by some publishers. Huke. The reason is the Abogus 3D. That dawn was discovered by some wise guys. Traitors in the gang. Innocents must gather information in order to identify and eliminate the murderers. Amogus. Free to play and everything. Can't even hold a cup, indeed. Trouble in Terrorist Town standalone. At least I don't play League. Alright. That's an achievement. That's an achievement. Second Fluent is out. That's Atari. The one and only. I make floss to work. Nice. Steve sounds good. Micro Pros. Not Atari, Micro Pros this one. Atari is also kind of back, but Micro Pros seems kind of more... Micro Pros seems like the bossing, you know. And Atari not so. Had no cup. Similar to Maho Kenshin. Well, I mean, that's one way to put it, dude. That's one way to put it. Nice, Nick, nice. Getting there, are you getting there? It's a nice game, huh? Exactly my jam. Actually, like, also sent me stuff, but yeah. Not exactly my type too much, and there's a lot of stuff going on already, so... I decided not to. The Hellcard Prologue. Maybe on next fest, we'll see. I played the Hellcard original Book of Demons. For some reason not linked here. It was alright. That was alright. Additional game mode in Book of Demons. Yeah, now they got the out of the card game mode, they got the separate game. We'll see. A very good review still. Maybe because it's free and everything. There's like out 20 bucks or something, and everyone's like, fuck that shit, dude. Garbage. Post mouse. Post that mouse. Post mouse and their very first journey to deliver mail. Let's see. Abandoned mansion. Student-made adventure. Only one small mouse-sized package. No, why would you show that? Feels bad, bud. Is it too thin? Too thin called that Pablo. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Mouse can swim, yeah. Refunded. Why free though? Student project, probably small. Probably small, Delivering letters. Environmental puzzles. An isolated town in the middle of Denmark, surrounded by fields, and a campus made from old military barracks to find education in animation and computer graphics. There in the dark, lit up only by a blue light from computer screens, you'll find a large group of students with a lot of creative energy. Creators Collective. Formed because we had no other choice. Please do enjoy. It has been made with blood, sweat, tears, and occasional beer. Seems good, Seems like something. Seems like... Yeah, just like a student project by a bunch of people, seems like, so... It's like a whole bunch of them, I guess, collaborated and decided just to make it free, Probably kind of small too, No crazy long reviews, or playtimes rather. Gameplay is junk. A group of students pulled off one of the most beautiful games I've played in my life. Environmental design, soundtrack, and even cinematography. Damn, son. Well, see? Actually good studies there. What was that? Animation and computer graphics. It seems like there's a whole bunch of art there. Someone still had to pay the Steam fee. I think there maybe there is some... I kind of doubt it though. That maybe there is some sort of like offer for like, universities and stuff like this. Maybe not the deal with Steam, maybe universities just provide that or something. Yeah, maybe the rights also belong to kind of like university or some shit, so, But I mean, there's a lot of people, A lot of people who either ask way too much or nothing at all. True, that's true. This one is the last time, I think. Was it? Yeah, yeah. This also free. Very good reviews and stuff. Well, the people who make it for free, though, there is one... how do you say? Kind of one big benefit about it is that, yeah, you just kind of like... work for the future. Like, you work for your name, work for your brand. Because free game, like, most likely will be quite positive reviews. And most likely will get, like, way more traction than paid game. So you just kind of, like, you know, lay the foundation with some free stuff you make, and then you already start dropping some other projects. It's kind of working for exposure in a way, let's put it that way. You just work for some exposure first. This one also ended up very positive, huh? Not bad, huh? At least a mill for merch, damn son. Yeah, you could try to get like some alternative methods to monetize too, for sure. And then I guess you can also, you know, go like the supporter packages. Then you can get some DLCs, maybe even go in. Yeah, there are options. Sure, as a Midgard got some update. They're mostly positive now. The positive image, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just also could kind of start like making community again, right? You can get like all those people also to, like some of them will like follow you on Twitter, some of them on the mailing list, some go join the Discord, right? So you have like people later that you could ask, for example, to like playtest something, bounce some like feedback off. It's a smart move, but yeah, it's not that simple, I guess. Let's put it that way. If you really rely on development, but I guess if you're starting, you probably just shouldn't just hop in, hoping you'll make it, you know, in a game dev and start making profits instantly anyway. So I think it's the kind of smart working for your future there. The Zomboid, yeah. On sale, now everyone's pumping too. Papers, please. Hunt Showdown, yeah, Hunt Showdown is pretty popular here. Kenshi with discount. And this one has some like the Super Kika. PvP, boxing. Be insane. Surgency. Plague Tail 80% discount too. Not the newer one yet. Apentropia though. Barusiu. Yggdraulian. That sounds like some Yggdrasil or something. And some Giga Weeb stuff too. Let's see, Steve, I see, yeah. Kinda true, kinda true. There's that thing. It was on PSP. This one, I see. Like a literally port, or is it like same series or something? We'll see. Nice Pentropia, nice. Feels good. That's a good feeling indeed. Been there. That feels very nice. And that I do agree. It's a port, alright. Scorchlands. Sounds familiar. Gears of the economy are oiled with magic. Build colonies, connect them with lasers, discover new tech, terraform a hostile moon. Chatted items that will be useful when encountering monsters. Magic tools are not just flashy weapons, they are fuel that makes a wealth and resources flow. Okay. The roadmap for Songs of Conquest? Yeah, I did. We did see that. Some super lasers there. Through lasers they can trade. Some terraforming. Biome placement. Oh, that looks cool. That looks satisfying. Super troop here, right? That's a big one. That's a big one. This might be kind of nice. Is there any demoing? There is. That might be alrighty. They're even nodding. You're not even nodding, seems like. Unless there's demos, some separate stuff. Nah, not really. Hate when that happens. Sorry. Course out of low. How we doing? Whatever. Hey, Pony. Yeah. I did already a lot of stuff even. As I told before, yeah, careful wandering around. There is a bunch of stuff. 2 hours ago, I think like a couple days ago already, or like a day ago at least. With the loop hero indeed, today. Plan B terraforming, alright. Sure, yeah, I will need all your demo suggestions tomorrow because the next fest is gonna be out. It's gonna be time to get them demos rolling. Maiden, a Butler, and the Witch. Yeah, you see that shit and you don't even know, like, is it gonna be like the full booba mode or not? The Borjan. That demo I did play. Oh, it's out soon, 9th of February. Let's see what I see. Yeah, the map leaked about a while ago, a couple days ago. Yeah, these guys are not even hiding. Played them like last year. I think so. Like a year ago also, next fest. It was good, but like something was like, I don't know, kinda off. I don't know, for me personally. Probably because demo, so it only had kind of like skirmish. So it didn't feel that satisfying to play. And the properly directed campaign might be good. As the Dune at home, yeah. The Dune at home, indeed. Alright. That is my Diablo. Soundtrack cool. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, what else? Let's see. Titan Slayer. Oh, there was like a demo of this one too before, right? I remember the RPG stuff. I thought that one was kind of like out a while ago. I guess it was like on the prologue. Pursue CRPG. So like just like a single player Lost Ark in a way. Not exactly, but yeah. A way to think of the ARPG in galore. Could be fine, but I don't know. Like there's like the Superfuse also recently. This one gameplay wise might be kind of more satisfying though. With dodges and other stuff, seems like more dynamic and engaging. Might be alright. Could be. Bokura. Sounds way to think. Looks way to think, rather. Two-player puzzle adventure. Play as two boys to run away from their homes and work together to take yourselves somewhere far, far away. Hey, TB John, hello. How are you doing? That's some way to think stuff. So they got like some different worlds and everything. Okay, I see. They sure did go far away then. There were some puzzles and stuff too. Some dankness with this one for sure. Early access, alright. The co-op puzzler. Souls of Cronus. Just like kind of like the Final Fantasy style of logo. Trying a little too hard there with that. 14th of February. A full Wii mode too, huh? A young boy named Sid. Doobie trying to be Final Fantasy a lot or something. Has nothing to do with Square though, seems like, so not sure. It looks kinda sus. That looks kinda sus. And noobs want to live, eh? A bullet hell. Final Fantasy at home, yeah. Alright, now it's those Vampire Survivors at home again or something. Seems like it, alright. I mean, you sure can have like a lot of takes in this genre. And they all still gonna be probably kind of fun to play, at least for some time. If the price is right and everything, why not? And then you have something interesting to do with it. Everyone trying to vampire survive, huh? 10 days, I see FMV stuff. Dating sim. Sequel to the interactive rom-com, 5 dates. Okay. Millennial from London. Search for that elusive in-person connection. So they're trying to like get what was its name? What was the name of that one? The another FMV about the dating, the meme shit that got removed from Steam in the end. What was that one? They're trying to take the niche now. 20 minutes still down. Yeah, that one is nice. I have that one. That's pretty much one of the Vampire Survivor legs I have. But it's alright. It's alright indeed. Yeah, what was that stuff? The dating one also. The Super Seducer, yeah. They're just trying to kind of like take over the niche there or something. Yeah, Super Seducer just disappeared. Like they removed it and it's gone. Haven't heard anything from the game or from the dude. It's just gone. Completely. Karagon. Survival, a robot, a riding FPS. Alright. Survive, shoot, construct, and ride a killer elemental robots. Damn son. It's just like Ark but with robots. Even kind of dinosaurs still, just robots. Kinda seems like it. Yeah, so yeah, I don't remember why it was removed from Steam. There was like something that went like kind of too far or something for FMV in Steam. But yeah, I haven't seen or heard anything after. It was just kind of like poof, like cancelled into oblivion. Like, it wasn't even getting cancelled or something. I think I just deleted it from Steam. Like something was kind of like a bit too much for the FMV to do something in the video format on Steam, so they just removed it. And it just disappeared there. Haven't heard anything about it since. It's not for 14th of February. Damn son. Everyone trying to farm Valentine's. Needs Valentine's and buy yourself a new game. Easy. Easy. Alright, the Youth Chronicles Rising. Yeah, that was like, what, 80% discount was it last week? So yeah, you ain't buying that full price, that's for sure. Dream BBQ, huh? Surreal environments and inexplicable characters as ENA in New Wild World. What is ENA? Like looking at the trailer and like, well, that looks like a nice art. And then I see like screenshots and like, what am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? You see some dang stuff here, and then you open this, and what? Hell yeah, TBG on hell yeah. That's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. Man, this looks like some insane art house shit right there. But what's the gameplay though? It's a nice movie here, nice cartoon. Very dank. But what you actually play? Oh, there we go. That's what we actually play. Okay, that's like weird thing galore. Low cost Hilux. I don't think Hilux is that dank. It kinda is, but this seems even more dank, really. This seems very dank. Very dank. ENA series by Joel G. Man, could be even interesting, kinda. The Hilux is dank, but Hilux is kind of like different type of dank. I guess like the part about like the 3D and everything opens you more opportunities to be dank compared to Hilux. Hilux I also need to play. That one is on my list. Sold out. Mostly positive, recent mixed, though. I see cards. I'll see them cards. Semi-turn-based tactical RPG combined with deck building. Yeah, we're starting to get in the era of gaming when, you know, the genre description takes a couple of lines. Kind of catching up to music and everything. I'm surprised movies didn't get it, really. It says like, you know, it would be like back in the day, like drum and bass or something. Nowadays it's gonna be some fucking Pipiega Hope Chill Step Liquid drum and bass. That's probably the proper categorization. And that's very deep, eh? Free to play. Oh, then I see where it's mixed, probably. This little thing. This little thing there. Is it? Does that require grinding? Alright. Pay to win. There we go. Gacha should get banned worldwide, eh? Translation is messy, the monetization side of the game is annoyingly greedy. And most ranking challenges are cheaters. Monka is. This game is once dead in Japan, so it's unclear whether global servers last long. Many packages become expensive compared to Japan's server. Yeah, okay, so they from $11 to $28. Yeah. A Western weeb's gonna pay. It's all people enjoying it though. Yeah, that seems the wallet destruction there, alright. Classic. Inkbound, alright, this one will be demo to play probably. Yes, Monster Train devs. It's not like even says co-op roguelike though, so we'll see. We'll see. It's not gonna be the high priority on the list, but maybe, just to see how it plays. But yeah, it seems like this one is more co-op centered there. And Monster Train creators, but like really different. I wonder if they like use kind of the universe sort of, I guess. But doesn't seem like it. I see, Steve. Alright. Classic. Classic. Good for you. Good for you. Easier to actually graduate and stuff. Feels good. Don't Starve Together DLC starter pack. Damn, son. This one's still going, like, for a while. Quite crazy, I would say. Maybe like a full-blown live service out of this one, too. Predictors. Turn-based roguelike for 1 to 4 players. Solo or invite up to 3 friends to play this turn-based roguelike. All characters move simultaneously. Against evil forces in the ever-changing dark forest. Learn skills. Get better loot, change the difficulty, repeat. Oh, pretty clean loop there. Pretty clean loop. The simultaneous turns. A 1 year of group work. Ooh, damn, Stavia, that doesn't sound that fun. That doesn't sound that fun. Hello again, boss face, hello. Yeah, the group work for a year doesn't sound that fun. Important skill though, quite an important one. It's a pretty good price and the reviews are good, that's nice. That is nice. Still early access, alright, for $3. I wouldn't play it again if you tried to pay me to. Damn son. Why you have to be mad? That's like the only, one of the few negative ones, I guess. One of the couple probably, since it's 90%. Actually, I guess it's kind of like a 1 or 2. 2, I guess, negative. Final upgrade, Mining the asteroids. Final further in artificial intelligence. Your goal to reach the final upgrade, damn son. That's quite a factory indeed, A vertical factorio, yeah, seems like it. Is like the actual trading and stuff go in there? Oof. Terraforming the planets. It seems like a bit more deeper then, not just the Factorio stuff. Fight enemy factions too, alright. Fight kind of reminds of the Cosmoteer in a way. No, looks kind of already. Oh, mixed though. Very mixed. 82% positive, huh? Try to enjoy it, but the controls are meh. Well, I can see controls being quite something. Niche is a bland gameplay. Cool, but it's niche. Damn son, what a twist. Surely that will be very appealing to the wide audience with that kind of gameplay loop. 28-minute tutorial before I just quit. Probably a 2-hour tutorial, so you can't refund it, but I'm not gonna test that. Bro, just don't do the tutorial then. And don't understand shit and, you know, kind of quit anyway. That's an interesting way to put it, yeah. The game is so complicated because they just want, you know, they want you to sit in tutorial for 2 hours so you can't refund. Ah, yes. Indeed, Super confusing. Yeah, I can see that with games like that. That's for sure. Yes, they kinda. Well, it like focused more on like the shipbuilding and everything too. HTML text and Steam reviews, yeah. Trying to hack the system. The hack in that system. What the fuck is that banner, dude? I'm trying to understand the anatomy there. Like this boobs, but like by this anatomy, it looks like, you know, like what was this dress there then? I'm not sure what's happening there, dude. Leaning over, yeah, I guess, but still. That's too much. That's too much. The Wee Valheim, yeah. Seems like it. Insane. The building looks fun. Yeah, it looks alright. No, that's because something with hands there too he does or something. The weeb helm, yeah. It looks a bit weird. Yeah, exactly. Like the arms are there too. You can see there. And this perspective looks nice. Okay, they went like full fucking fan service there. So we have like this like generic dude with one outfit that we're just gonna put there because he's there, you know, kinda. Maybe there are some weirdos that play dudes. And then we have a whole bunch of booba stuff with different outfits and everything. Yes, generic dude again. And here's the customization. That looks like fucking Genshin AI, UI. Actually. Even like some of kind of like icons, I guess, or something. That's very Genshin there. Mucho Genshin, no? Alright, so they made a weeb game with fan service and booba. And it's mixed. That's a rare one. So, what is wrong? It runs at 20% use of my computer even when minimized. Something shady about the program of this game. Running something in the background when in use. Something suspicious. Even when you go to close the game, it continues to run in your system until you control out deleted times. Do not recommend. Avoid this game. Something highly suspicious there, son. Very sus. No combat or anything related. Game looks pretty, you can build your house, but that's all. There is in this game aside the fishing. Not the game for me, sadly, alright. My wife is reprinting NFTs in the background, yeah. They're making new waifus there. Not a good one for this genre. Damn, son. No character customization. 50-50 game. Oh wait, is it the same? There was something else, seems like. Or like publisher, I guess. Oh no, just like everything for this game seems like. Already a bunch of ringtone. Damn, son. Something I haven't seen in a while, alright. Get yourself a ringtone cosplay album. Oh, okay, I see. I wonder who cosplayed that the generic dude there in the generic outfit. I wonder. Potential. Original game was named Mirror 2 Project Z. Some salty action. Totally unrelated to Mirror 2 Project X, which is also totally unrelated to Mirror 1. I went from an 18+ match 3 game to this. Well, I could see the 18+, you know, vibes there somewhere in the background. Mirror 2 Project X is not even an 18+ game, and they decided to make it the sequel to Mirror 1. Okay, so then they renamed this game Nova Stella Island. Well, also rename or change. Developer Nova Studio, I don't know what happened to Kagami Works from being the developer of one of the best 18+ game to being a sketchy, indecisive company. Oh shit, the Coomers are molding, I see. So we got the Weebs versus Coomers. Well, rather just Weebs and Coomer Weebs fight there going on, I see. Not something you want stuck in the crossfire of. A Master of Magic, the one and only. And good reviews there. Hey, Levis. There's the classic remake. Price was also remade, that's for sure. Mostly positive though. Too expensive. I see that. They do give you good advice. These quality of life updates. Man, imagine when you remake something and you still need the quality of life updates. What did you do with your remake then, dude? Huh? Stoneskeeper. Turn-based strategy, RPG elements, explore detailed fantasy world. Lead the Order of the Griffin. Recruit and enhance your fighters. Control the flying island, search for artifacts. Learn the secrets of the ancients. Man, the font. I'm gonna struggle with that too myself, probably. I need to find some kind of a neutral font or something to use. This font on these on the scrolls and stuff looks kinda out a bit. They try to make a style for it too here, it seems like. But now when I kinda might be in the same spot at some point myself, you kinda look at it, a little differently now. I know the feel, bro. Games of Lore. No, that one we saw before. That one actually kind of took off somewhat. That's good. That was the one we saw that was with no reviews whatsoever. Seems like things went good now. 97 positive. Feels good. Did someone suddenly find the game and made reviews? Yeah, this was a couple of weeks ago. It was dead completely. There was no reviews, I think, or a couple maybe. And now, boom, there it is, dude. That's nice. That's nice. Oh yeah, Watch Splutter can't play this. Yep. Pretty much. Like the rock paper shotgun, I think posted about them. That was one of the cases when I was checking the rock paper shotgun, how it does and everything for the reviews, and I think it was completely kind of dead here. Now you get one big YouTube channel to cover your stuff, and boom, just break it, make it or break it basically nowadays. One moment of luck there, boom. Yeah, that's probably gonna get some smart sneaky people to abuse the system. Like the Sub Sunday stuff that we were talking before about lyric Sub Sunday and stuff, right? Some people will find out, dude. Some people will find ways. Gun displaying where you even have a wall, true. Because nowadays that's the marketing, man. That's the super effective marketing. The Way of the Wizard. It's a person adventure game. The role of a traveler who wants to become a wizard. So that one is kind of like the Raidborn seems like we played, huh? The game needs to be good. Well, a game needs to be good anyway, almost. Unless you kind of just make it rain money and stuff. But yeah, it's making game good is a requirement, let's put it that way. But also good is kind of very subjective. Huh? You can have some sort of just interactive narrative thingy, for example. For someone is a big no, for someone is good. It should be not complete garbage, I guess, right? Temple Off, for example. That's And again, even like the temple off could be like good content in the end. I mean, it was, right? Because it was so broken in PPEGA that it was funny. It's a bit too slow. Yeah, it seems kind of like Raidborn in a way. Way to make slow build enemies, sure. But it maybe changes later though. Maybe it's because you kind of like a weak wizard first. And then you level up. There's also like some different mana seems like here. So you probably will need some more. Some more different things. Let's see. 100% positive actually. A very colorful. Adventure thrill of the game. Right there with the traveler on a journey to become a wizard. This kind of like, okay, yeah, this is one of those saucy ones, yeah. Cool game about magic, I see. Game deserves the time spent. Hooligan, all right, yep. That's one of those, one of those. I'm waiting for continuation. Yeah, more Google Translate stuff. Yeah, that's one of those. Alright, boys, time to see more. Ah, there's only one. All right. This is the new. Well, I mean, they actually kind of made, you know, legit looking game though this time. That's the thing. Usually it's like some lazy RPG maker flops and flips. The monomyth. Hydremoten. Let's see. Yeah, this one is another sussy one. Another one. The Red Tower developer. Sounds good, eh? Classic virtues of the dungeon crawling genre. Immersive, interconnected, and highly interactive underworld. Okay, so that's another kind of like Raidborn. Let's check this one out, alright. That's like something that Raidborn was lacking though, like these interactions, I feel. Like with the world, which is hard to do in procedurally generated stuff. Ooh, damn, they got even the water arrows and stuff. All right. Yeah, this is the what was the name of another one that is kind of like Raidborn yesterday? I forgot. That I played demo before a year ago. That seems like it. No, 160. I see, Steve. I see. Yeah, there's a lot of these now. I wonder what spiked, you know, the trend. I don't think it's dark and darker though. Like I think there is more stuff before already that started it. So you got the Raidborn. You will make some bread there. Damn, son. Insane. Even like the pickup is kind of like in Raidborn. Well, we're gonna check that one. I just press download whatever because like if your library doesn't actually do shit. But this does, right? This doesn't either, brother. Fuck off. Yeah, whatever. It's working like trash. Yeah, wait a wizard again. No. Finish. Hey, bad no hello. Doing good, man. Doing good, huh? How are you, sir? If I download and then we're just gonna fucking pause it or something. Hey, what? What are you on about there? Item complete. Maybe it's not available yet or something. Maybe again. Now it's going, I guess. Yeah, good. We'll get you. We'll get you. The little suit incoming, yeah. Break everything, park. This shit. It's 158. What is this? Oh, I see. Damn, son. Capture the bandicam there and everything. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, no, wait a second. This stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's 100 here. It's 100 here. Wait, you show like the wrong price or something first? How is this already like 10 positive there? Short and expensive, huh? Thing is, like, if it'll be keys, that wouldn't that wouldn't work. Like, it would show I received for free and everything for the key, with the key, like this, for example, at least. Yeah, I think they could just get like some sort of sale, maybe. Get some people to get it with sale. Or maybe like some initial very cheap price and then just up it a lot. Yeah, just like breaking everything there. Yeah, that seems like another sus one. Mushroom Challenge, mixed reviews. What is this? Mushroom Hunter Simulator. Damn, son. The old bundles and stuff. I've been looking forward to this game for a really, really long time. Damn, son. Wouldn't call the game, alright. Map editor click generated mid-sized maps like small area with a mushroom actually spawned and uploaded it to Steam. A very short experience even for free. Damn, son. Hollow pointless exercise to click and drag blossoms to basket. Played Berries Challenge and now you want something even worse. Worry not. He had got you back. As usual for this developer, the install size is humongous. This time is about 9 gigabytes, and yes, of course the download contains 3 platform versions again, because why not? Just like Berries Challenge, you in the forest have pick mushrooms. No gameplay here. No, you did in the first minute, you'll be doing every minute after that. Alright. Everything extremely unoptimized. That runs like crap even on decent system. Don't bother, game's not even worth it. 90% off, and it's certainly not worth the crazy asking price of $8. Russian developer behind a bunch of absolutely abysmal games. Tend to hide behind different dev publisher names, but their code gives them away. Check my list for more of their drivel. Damn, son. This guy finding all of them there. Like a banging game there, yeah. Easy achievements 100% in 2 minutes. Damn, son. That's the real reason. 80% off with like $8. I see. Someone is hunting them down, similar to Dome Keeper. Kick. One way to put it. One way to put it. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of these asset flips and everything going on. Someone's farming, man. Someone's farming. A lot of people farming. There used to be like the scheme with the trading cards. Like people were just trying to make some sort of game. Doesn't matter how much it even costs, just to get the trading cards in, and then people trade that shit. Even like give away a bunch of free keys to make people trade that stuff, and then they get the percentage of the givens cut. It's like every transaction in the marketplace with the trading card is like 30% cut or something, and they were getting like half of it or some shit, because you know, those who made the game, and the rest is the given. So they basically just make enough games, make enough trading cards, and just make easy free money. But that got fixed though, I think. Maybe the fix was basically to kind of like make $100, you know, fee to get the game in, But I guess that just kind of like, you know, limited the entry level in the market. Yo, Zach Quack already. Enjoy, man, enjoy. Thank you for hanging out. So yeah, there are some schemes with that stuff for sure. But yeah, that modern myth sounds like, looks kind of like what Raidborn should maybe like, you know, using some ideas from a little bit. At least some. Because Raidborn was nice, but like the combat wasn't really there, man. That one wasn't really cutting it that well. Anyway, was there anything else on Epic worth checking? Worth seeing? Epic Store February savings, alright. Deluxe edition of Hogwarts. The Arx Fatalis, I see. I mean, could see that. Deliver us bars. Oh yeah, Evil Dead, the Battle Royale update out now, alright. Your Shadow Gambit, A Cursed Crew. That one, was there the date for that one? 2023, alright, we'll see. But this will be interesting. The BBB Studios. Maybe janky as fuck. We'll see. The Raidborn yesterday was at least day before yesterday was like very polished and stuff. Like that one was really nice. But the combat, man, was a little bit out. Which actually could be even fine. It's like arcadey combat. It's just like repeating dungeons again and again just for that combat wasn't that fun. Well, I mean, wouldn't be that fun to do it like in a full-fledged game. If there'll be like good rewards, good interesting loot system, it could be still kind of fine though if the progression system would be nice. Alright, let's see the trailer, huh? Oh, there should be some good stuff, maybe. This one might be good. They kind of make bangers only pretty much so far, I think. I think so, huh? Actually, I think it's not gonna... Yeah, it's gonna take over this. Alright, that's fine.
Start the purification!
Start, but a bit more quiet.
The ritual has begun. Are we too late?
No. We can still make it.
Hmm? Who's there?
Me.
Huh?
Are you ready?
Almost. We're all in.
Good. Let's figure this out. First, we take care of the stragglers. Mr. Mercury, you distract that acolyte with your fish, so Gale can snatch him from behind. When that one wanders out of sight, I'll take him down. The last one, I leave to you, Mr. Mercury.
Aye, aye.
Now those three can wield Maiden's Fire, so we have to take them down together. Then we grab what we came for and hightail it back to the ship. Let's do it.
Wait.
What?
What about the High Priest?
Oh, just give him a hug.
Okay, love that plan.
Abominations! I call upon the Maiden's Fire!
The power of the cursed belongs to the cursed.
Should be good stuff. Yes, Desperados and Shadow Tactics, guys. They are making bangers, man. Desperados 3. The altar. The social stealth, or what was that one? Kind of like blending in the crowd and stuff. Yeah, like the style actually reminds of the Riot Game stuff. Yeah, the what was the name? like the Shadow Isles and everything. Kinda. Stylistically similar. Stylistically Ruin King, yeah. The JRPG one. That's the other SC. I mean, maybe they'll make something else to replace it. Could be good. Could be good. Alright, just have some sales there. Cyberpunk, Strange Horticulture, PC Building Sim. Spudderman. Let's see. It's probably way more, of course, on sale as always. But nothing crazy, I guess. Terra Invicta is out now. Hooded Horse bring more than 10 new titles to the Epic Games Store. Ah, the Hooded Horse is expanding. Feels good, man. Terra Invicta was very dank. Very dank. I could request it from them, but like, bro, that was like, even the demo was just like, oof. It was too much. That was too much for my taste. Too dank, a little too dank. Nice though, but yeah. Not for everyone. Not for everyone. Like even kind of trying to understand what to do took a while, and I can't claim I understood what I did. But let's be real. But very impressive though. Very impressive. Alright. 11-bit studio sale. Like 2 already 1 year old, yeah. Are we already there? Are we already there? This store. Chained Eco is on sale. And the Spell Force here too. Crosscode 50%, nice. And Kulinati is out too. How's the Kulinati actually going? I haven't seen it in like popular and stuff, so is it like kinda not that super poga? Because like if it's not showing on the released Pog ones, I mean it's still nice, positive and everything. Why you not showing? Why you not showing then? The early access roadmap. It did show, just not for long or something. This one was like in process for a very long time. Still don't get this game. Kinda like in, well, I mean in the way. Nah, not even really like the dark. Like, kind of like Monster Train actually, sort of, I guess. Just no cards. Just no cards. But some abilities though. Single player campaign too. So like sort of like Darkest Dungeon with a twist in a way. Let's see. I'm getting some spoilers there already. Like the team. The PvP. Way to think, man. I mean, good reviews though, so it might be not too bad. Haven't seen the ending at this point, so okay, just you wait. Just you wait. This could easily 75% off. Chatting but people for real. To be honest, chatting people are quite often for real. You just kinda assume it's just all the memes. Yeah, but they are. A dark stone. The Rune Classic for $2. Did like Rune 2 actually go somewhere? Let me see. Or is it all over? Oh, you did. Ooh. Okay. Well, it could be removed from sale here, or they just removed from sale in general. Because it's not looking too good, It's not looking too good, Dead. Dead and abandoned game. Won't run updates have stopped thinking devs abandoned it. Unlucky, man. Imagine having franchise. The website no longer exists. No further support for this game. Did not purchase. 2021 already. Oof. That was pretty fast at it. Died. A half a year, and it's gone. Oof. Yeah, there was quite a development there with this one. Is it like, what is it, Bethesda, I think, like yanking a whole bunch of people. There was like some fiesta with the code. Then publishers managed to get the code and decided to just like work on it themselves. Seems like didn't really work on it much long and just moved on and peace out, seems like. That's a yikes. Oh, that's a yikes. At least they removed it from sale. Unless it's like removed from sale here, but it seems like everywhere, I guess, kinda. Because price NA doesn't say that. Actually, it could be removed here. Not sure. Not sure. A limited time offer. Bug. The game transformed. New quests and side quests. The dialogue and everything. Dude. Bug. Buy this game if you like passionate teams behind your games who update and improve the game based on community feedback, often set on creating the funnest game possible. Bro. In context, that is top kick, dude. That is some top kick shit there. Having that in description to abandoned game. That's just funny, dude. Funny. Be not that funny for those who bought though, sadly. But still funny. The code with the 90% discount. One and only. Still reading feedback, yeah. Just give them time. Sacrifice them, son. Wait, sacrifice games for you. They know. They know. So it's like new releases or something. They know. The symbiont. That's a lot of symbiont there. An adult patch. I see how it is. Sure. Thank you, GOG. Bringing quality content. From boomers to coomers. Just a few simple steps. Alright, nothing else really crazy going on. Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't so carry at 60% discount them, son. That one was nice, quite short though, quite short. Immortal Online too. How's that one doing? Mixed. Some things never change. Some things never change. Well, recently was mostly positive actually. They're great for smart people. Damn son. True. Paying for monthly subscription. Yeah, more like a battle royale, instant action, killing everything you see game. Alright. Frame system is a joke. Makes it actually easier for folks to kill you and harder on the folks that want to play legit, good guys and not be murder hobos, huh? That needs more PvE, yeah? The game is gay, damn son. Alright, we'll see. They got him, yeah. Dark and darker soon. February 6013. The next playtest. We'll see, we'll see. How this will go. Alright, let's get to the news then. See what is up. There's a whole bunch of stuff really going on. Quite a dank week there. A lot of delays and cancellations. A lot of stuff going down. Alright, let's see. Quite a lot. PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo reportedly skipping E3 2023. And another one, which is again like nothing really actually changes though, because PlayStation already was skipping for years before it stopped. Nintendo was doing their direct separately, so they also were skipping, and Xbox was always in like the next nearby building. I guess the only thing that changes now that Bethesda is also kind of technically not going to be there because they're going to be part of Microsoft, so that's probably it. That they're going to have their own showcase in the next building, basically. So we'll see how it's going to go. We're still going to get all we are coming for. We're still going to get all the announcements and stuff. That's all that matters. So June 13th to June 16th. All right. We'll see. We'll see how that will go. We're getting our announcements. Some stuff to watch together. That's good. That I am always down for. Update: Sony says it has not cut PSVR 2 production numbers. Yeah, there are some rumors about that in Nintendo Direct. Yeah, there should be something. I mean, it's about time to show something about Zelda and everything too, I guess. Or say that it's delayed or something already. Following a recent Bloomberg report that stated Sony has told supply partners to prepare for reduction in display panel orders, alongside word that the company had halved its shipment forecast as a result of disappointing pre-order numbers, Sony has refuted the claim in a new statement. A publication reports that PlayStation says it has not cut production numbers for its upcoming VR headset. PlayStation told Game Industry Biz that it is seeing enthusiasm from PlayStation fans for the upcoming launch, which includes more than 30 titles such as Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, and Resident Evil Village. Basically, use the answer to promote more of their stuff there. Alright. Nice marketing there. Nice advertisements. So yeah, they just say no. They say it's all lies. They didn't actually cut the numbers of production. I mean, we'll see. I feel they did probably. I mean, that would be logical. Well, actually, I guess they can just make whatever and like cut the numbers later. It's better to have some sort of like, you know, supply on hands that they can sell later rather than have the shortage like it was with the next gen consoles on release. So maybe they will pump them and then they just stop or something until they sell it or some shit. And the damage control, yeah. Well, I mean, that's for sure, because like that would just imply that, you know, like that probably like the stockholders probably called like, yo, what the fuck, is this for real? And like, no. All lies. It's all lies, man. Don't trust them. Everything's good. I'm gonna sell a lot of PSVR. But in fact, I guess it is true though, because like in current situation, forking that much money to get the VR, considering you also need to get the PlayStation with it if you didn't yet. And then all those beautiful €80 games probably too for that VR. And yeah, no. That totally not for the big masses, let's put it that way. Dead Island 2's flesh system procedurally breaks skin and bones. Damn, son. There's a whole video about it, but yeah. That's all you need to know, really. There's gonna be a whole system in check to get the gore as dank as possible. The big house with the free room for it, yeah. Yes, they are. Probably. A whole system for Germans to ban. True. PlayStation potentially teases unannounced game that might be new Uncharted in latest. Damn. The Stackland style? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet at all. Just starting with the news. These new PlayStation odd code live from PS5 that showcase a few of the console's biggest titles, both past and upcoming, in a fictional news segment, and among the clips are two shots that we don't recognize. They remind us a lot of Uncharted. Alright. I mean, could be something new. But yeah, apparently it's not gonna be Naughty Dog though. It's PlayStation IP, so they can just like give it to some other company and just make some new stuff. And they can just make new stuff. A Tomb Raider, yeah, it gives more Tomb Raider vibes, sorts. But I doubt it though, because the IP is now in Amazon's hands. THQ got it sold to Amazon. So yeah, don't think it would be. Uncharted could be just like some side stuff. Could be some new IP or something. I don't know. But yeah, Naughty Dog said they're done with Uncharted. So it could be something else, maybe. Or it's Uncharted just made by someone else. Alright, let's get this one going, fine. All the weebs rejoice. All the weebs rejoice. 3 days in Tokyo with the creators of Silent Hill, A Siren, and the Slitherhead. 2 floors below ground, surrounded by screaming drunks and breathing in enough secondhand smoke to take at least a decade off my life. I'm here with Kiichiro Toyama, most well known for creating the Silent Hill series, but also the creator of the Siren and the Gravity Rush series, and most recently the founder of Bokeh Game Studio, making the upcoming Slitherhead. Cramped old smoky bar in a shopping mall deep beneath Yokohama's train station might not immediately appear conducive to game development, but things are starting to click in my head. Mixed with pounds of nicotine, the air in the bar is communal and light, and it's also distinct compared to the more modern formulaic streets immediately above our heads. In an hour or two, we'll walk a few blocks over and hit the nightlife and drinking alleys. Tucked within immensely a larger Tokyo surrounding them, these areas have their own distinct senses of space, much like the worlds of Toyama's games. He's been living in Yokohama for decades, he tells me. Something like a gravity rush with its unforgettable, topsy-turvy, boozy, and somewhat seedy world. That makes a lot more sense to me now. In Japan, to learn about just that, how where you live affects what you make. This time, it's through the lens of one single developer, Bokeh. For 3 days, I spent time with Toyama, concept artist Miki Takahashi, and renowned composer Akira Yamaoka in vastly different parts of Tokyo, learning about the city's ever-changing face, what they love and what they miss, and how decades of living here have influenced their works all the way up to Slitterhead. First up, a former black market and a well-known place to drink the night away. Photos by Kiichiro Toyama. Running through the streets with Kiichiro Toyama. Toyama is darting somewhat carelessly across the streets of Anoge, Yokohama, taking pictures of whatever he finds interesting, while Bokeh PR and business development manager and translator William Yohei Hart and myself try to keep up. Toyama's had a few drinks, it helps him socialize, he says, and now he truly seems in his element. An hour earlier, we were talking in the smoky, boozy halls of Sakuragicho Pio City, an underground shopping mall right next to Sakuragicho Station. Feels a spat out of a different era, mainly because it is. The yellowed walls and slick tile floors feel familiar, if a little dirty. It's like we've been transported back to the 90s if time stopped below the modern streets above our heads. Try to write the essay, yeah. Gonna get like, you know, some... Well, I mean, this is like not exactly the... You know... Just a news article. Gotta put some more art into this, I guess. Toyama takes me to a Pio City to visit in izakaya, or an all-you-can-eat and drink bar. We huddle around our tiny table while older men chain smoke cigarettes and drink beers. Toyama orders highballs. A mix of beef, lamb, and cooked vegetables comes out for us all to share. The restaurant is loud, but in a friendly way. Customers laugh drunkenly, and the staff runs around frantically yelling to the cooks in the back while running out orders. It is, put bluntly, a perfect place to come and get drunk with friends, filling your stomach with as much alcohol and grease as your body can handle. Darting across the street, yeah. I just love drinking, Toyama tells me. I just love the setting. I'm not a big alcohol lover. In terms of I don't really care about the taste. It's more about the atmosphere of these places. See, that's how you make games like that. You just need to love drinking, dude. Toyama moved to Yokohama, the second largest city in the country by population and part of the greater Tokyo area, after Silent Hill came out in 1999. Even after all this time, he finds Nogi exciting. He's directly influenced by his work on the Gravity Rush series and the upcoming Slitterhead. Nogi traces its history back to post-World War II Japan, when, in an effort to get away from American-occupied parts of nearby areas, people fled to the area. It became a bustling black market where at one time there were reportedly more than 400 stalls along the area's main street. Nogi has also been a popular destination for jazz artists, and there are still plenty of jazz bars in the area today. Over time, Nogi became a popular nightlife district, attracting people from all walks of life who want to eat and drink as much as possible before shambling home for the evening. This is the Bokeh Game Studio, is the Slitterhead. The way to think one with the lady that was standing on some like balcony, and then like it's zooming in, and she like transforms into some weird shit or something. If I remember correct. The open atmosphere is what Toyama finds inspiring. Japan, especially compared to, say, America, is an incredibly safe country, but around these parts where the atmosphere is looser, he likes that anything can happen. Even if it's a drunk that's just rolling on the floor, I just feel a bit excited about that, Toyama tells me. That's alright, one thing to be excited about. In Gravity Rush in Slitterhead, he says he thinks you can see an area like Nogi's influence. People walk around at the game cities talking openly, hanging out, and having a good time. Similar to this izakaya, where just like beer and food, conversations flow endlessly from one topic to the next. That said, Toyama is self-admittedly a shy person. He has trouble talking to people sometimes, and I notice he's not big on eye contact and directs all his responses to heart rather than me. Alcohol helps. While we hang out, Toyama drinks 2 large glasses of highball. He says that he needs a few drinks, especially with a journalist, to open up and talk freely. In an ideal world, I wouldn't have to do any media or any interviews. In that world, I'm completely free, he admits. But as the CEO of a company now, I have to be more outgoing and I have to socialize around the world, and the part needs some drinks. This makes me think Toyama is more of an observer of the atmosphere around him rather than an active participant. It makes sense when you consider how he makes his games. When I think of a game that I do first, I think about the environment rather than characters or story. I think you can see in Gravity Rush all these places that I drew inspiration from. Because when you think of a town or a village, and you think about an ordinary person in that village or town, you get to imagine a backstory about what an ordinary person life is like in that place. Which is why it helps to think about characters who are born in that setting. It helps me to think about a story that way better than thinking about a story first. Capture those settings, Toyama brings his camera with him everywhere he goes and takes pictures of anything he finds fascinating, from beautiful scenic views of the city all the way down to our dinner table. On the one hand, this is obviously his favorite hobby and a way to quickly gather a reference material for his work. On the other hand, as he says, it's like his own personal time machine. When he looks back at photos he took years ago, he immerses himself in that exact moment like he's traveling back in time. No matter what in the city changes or disappears, he always has the photos he takes. In turn, his games all have a strong sense of place. It's easier to remember specific districts or pockets of his worlds than the characters inhabiting them. The basic world and characters that other garbages say. Part of that is he misses how Japan used to be. Ah shit, the boomers, man. This is largely the reason he brought me to Nogia. It reminds him of how the city was 25 years ago. You have a lot of love for things that are disappearing, Toyama tells me. He's a nostalgic person and he's attached to the past. He recognizes Japan's ever-changing face is partly due to the country's high level of earthquakes, and more than any other country in the world. Older buildings don't meet modern codes and are torn down to protect citizens. Somewhat ironic fate of killing the past to save the future. But still, Toyama, now in his 50s, loves Nogi because it reminds him of an era long since gone, Japan's economic miracle. I was born in the 70s, he says. It was a period when Japan was rapidly growing, even in video games. It was evolving at such a speed, and I loved that era. But then, in the early 90s, Japan suffered the financial crisis. There was a feeling that Japan was going to get more enjoyable and fun, and everything was going to keep evolving at that rapid pace. But after that, everything kind of just stalled. Which is why I'm really attached to the era when I was born and lived as a child, and that's why I think I'm a nostalgic person rather than a person who just looks forward. The Anchor Ghostwire, yeah, like way to the Anchor, I guess you could say. Yeah, but Toyama is looking forward somewhat. Obviously, he's running Bokia now, a completely new independent venture for him. He's no longer backed by massive companies like Konami, where he made Silent Hill, or Sony, where he made Gravity Rush. He sees his new position at Bokia as the chance to pass the torch on to younger creators. It's a changing era, and he's older now and wants to give his younger employees a chance to make their own games. We leave the izakaya and make our way to Nogi streets. Bars, restaurants, and nightlife just start to wake up as the sun goes down. Toyama's highballs start to take effect and he has fully opened up. Dashes around the streets as Heart and I lag behind, using every chance Toyama stops to take pictures as a chance to catch up. Occasionally Toyama stops and tells me when and where it took look best to take his photos for this article. He laughs a lot as he runs around somewhat childishly, and it's funny and memorable, if a bit odd at times. We end our day at Miyakabashi Shotengai, a long two-story building that stretches roughly 300 feet along the Uka River. Tucked inside are around some 60 tiny old-school bars. 60? Son, that's quite a place there. That's like the bar hopping galore. You just go in the first one and then you just go to every single one and see how long you last, dude. 60. Take a shot in every single one, dude. How far can you go? And then you just like go until people start falling, you know, and you go. Who's gonna be the last? The Battle Royale. The Battle Royale. Supposedly this long building was built in an effort to clean up the area in preparation for the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. You might actually recognize it from Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it. Toyama said he has plans to go out drinking again later with friends, so we opted to walk around Miyakabashi overlooking the water. Every few dozen feet, Toyama stops to take some photos of signs, the skyline, and whatever else strikes his interest. You can see a few of these photos throughout this section. Seeing why he loves this area, the area is easy and it has an old classic charm. Don't drink anymore, but I appreciate the relaxed atmosphere. As a big fan of Gravity Rush, I can see how Nogi inspired its often lackadaisical free world. Toyama might be a deeply nostalgic person, but he also seems like an optimistic person, a realistic one at that. Japan is changing and he'll always miss the way things were, but he's not holding on to some cynical bitterness just because things change. After all, the ever-changing times made Boki possible for him. I would argue he's more forward-looking than he may admit. I want to see the Edo era of Japan if I could, but I can't, he tells me. You know, I understand that I can't. There are some things that you can't do. I do love the old and I do love these places, but I'm not against evolution and things changing. I think Tokyo is a place that always keeps changing, but also leaves something for us to be attached to, and it's giving us good memories, and then it's going off to the next stage. A Peace and Dread with Miki Takahashi. Concept artist Miki Takahashi has spent her entire life coming into Ueno Park. After a week of running around the Tokyo summer heat, it is easy to see why. Compared to practically everywhere else you can go in the heart of the city, Ueno might be one of the only places quiet enough that you can hear yourself think. It's really nice to use just skip, I see. Truth is, I really love being by myself, tells me as we walk around the gigantic park. There's simplicity to being alone. While Takahashi has worked on non-horror projects such as the Knack series and Okage Shadow King, she's more well known for her work on the Siren series and now Slitherhead, which is to say dark, violent and scary worlds, and yet she's the only person I interview on this trip from Boki or otherwise that doesn't take me to large metropolitan area. The best word to describe our interview location is peaceful. We spend an hour walking around the quiet park, musing over the idea of something so serene being stuck in the middle of the chaotic city. 133-acre Ueno Park opened October 19, 1873, making it the first public park in the country. Home to numerous museums such as the Tokyo National Museum and the Tokyo Metropolitan Art Museum, as well as a handful of shrines dotting the area. The giant Grand Fountain sits in the middle and the massive Shinobazu Pond that takes up a large portion of the west side. Fancy Starbucks in the middle too, and if you're interested, as Takahashi points out, right off the park grounds is the newly rebuilt Ueno Akura Theater, also known as the capital of pink films. Pink films are essentially softcore pornography. Them son, the Kura Theater, alright. One of the big draws is the park's roughly 1,000 cherry trees along the main path. In the spring, often between March and April, cherry blossom season brings a reported 2 million people to the park. Yeah, so you can see it can be busy. Depends on the time, I guess. Luckily, it's September and the early evening, so the park is relatively clear. This area is where I come to reset my mind. Kind of worlds I like are very quiet, silent worlds. Pictures I draw from those worlds, I'm not deliberately trying to make them scary. I'm only drawing the kind of silent worlds I enjoy, so they just naturally come out that way. That's one way to kind of like self-snitch on yourself. Just making worlds I enjoy and they end up fucking scary, dude, you know. To her point, Takahashi's art is not outwardly scary, but it does build a sense of unease the more you look at it. Take for example her art for Slitherhead. The sparse black and white paintings of creatures that look equal parts familiar and otherworldly feel almost like nightmares, visualized into something tangible, like something you recognize but can't define. Takahashi is an admitted fan of horror. Her favorite movies are The Exorcist and The Omen, so as she says, it's natural that influence will come out in her work, but intentionally and unintentionally. She sees her own works as more subtextual than explicit. I do try to draw things that don't depict the horror straight on, but instead evoke that feeling of incoming dread. As a kid, Takahashi's grandfather would often bring her to Ueno Park. They would visit the art museums together. She's always lived near the area, and also points out that she lives in the Edo period house on a hill these days. Like the park, she says her house is surrounded by trees and that it's very quiet and peaceful. Never even spent much time away from Tokyo. She loves it here, and even though some people were interviewed on this trip lament the way Tokyo is losing some parts of its older self, Takahashi sees things differently. She says the way old and new art exist side by side is important to her, as is the fact that it's a comfortable place to be an artist. I think it's a highly individualistic place, Tokyo. People don't meddle or interfere with you here. For a creative person, that's a great thing. I think Tokyo managed to maintain a good balance. New things continue to be created year after year, and I would call it the metabolism of the city, and it's something that is necessary, but Tokyo also preserves its old parts, and I think that's good. As an artist, I get the sense that Takahashi is fueled more by feeling than intention. Whatever comes out of her hands is what comes out. She says she loves being alone, but on the other hand, she creates art to communicate. I try to express my personal feelings and experiences, all of that in my work. That's how I can share those things with others. Personal feelings and experiences, and you making like all the horror games, dude. I mean, I guess. Coffee and cigarettes with Akira Yamaoka. In a lot of ways, composer Akira Yamaoka's creative life, not to mention his career and livelihood, is tied to Jinbocho, a small, curious pocket of Tokyo just north of the Imperial Palace. Got his start here, but the area looks different these days. More than 25 years ago, not far from where we are beginning our trip, right outside the Jinbocho train station, he was working on the game that would define his life. The original Silent Hill. Back then, he was composing the game's soundtrack, a hodgepodge of Warriors influences from American guitar-driven rock to harsh industrial noise, to traditional Japanese folklore and children's stories. He recalls coming to Jinbochi a lot in those days and going out to eat and to cafes with Yamaoka. Third is actually the first game the two have collaborated on since then. In the late 90s, the area was chaotic, he tells me, as we walk around its decidedly non-chaotic streets. It was disorganized. Historically, Jinbochi has always been an area for creatives, academics, and the like. Yamaoka is just one of many who made their careers in the area once messy streets over the last 100+ years. As far as he sees it, it's that mess that made this place a creative hub. Yeah, yes, Dave, I think so. Maybe not only that, even. When you think about older artists, writers, and researchers from the past, their rooms were always disorganized and messy. I get the feeling that being disorganized like that, that's where creativity springs from. That's how things are created. That's how I'm gonna, like, you know, always explain all the chaos in my apartment, dude. I'm a performance artist. The late 19th century, Jinbochi became the home of numerous universities, which of course attracted bookstores catering to the rising students. It retained its status as a destination spot for readers for well over 100 years. Jinbochi is now known as Tokyo's book district or book town. And in fact, as you walk around the area, you'll come across dozens upon dozens of tiny bookstores, most quite literally falling out into the streets. Interestingly, many face north to keep the books from being damaged by direct sunlight. Fivehead. Most of these stores are independently owned, second-hand book operations. Floor-to-ceiling shelves line the shops, and littering the sidewalks outside are dozens of bookcases filled with hundreds of books to look through as you walk by. It's like an open-air market, but rather than the smell of fresh ingredients, the air is filled with the stale musk of old paper and ink. 2001, when the Ministry of Environment launched its list of 100 interesting smelling sites around Japan, Jinbochi's distinctive book smell made the list, though the Japan Times points out it was heavily debated. By Yamaoka's own words, this part of Jinbochi feels chaotic. There's no discernible organization to each store that I can see, and rather each seems like a treasure hunt of sorts. You walk in without a shopping list and walk out with bags full of weird, forgotten books you've never heard of. See, Steve, yeah, true. Look up, however, and you see this pocket of Jinbochi's past being swallowed by the major redevelopments and new buildings surrounding it. The area largely retained its history of art and academia until the 2000s, when major redevelopment efforts began, both boosting the local economy and gutting part of the area's history. Curating in Tokyo, Jinbochi's changed. Tokyo is too clean, Yamaoka says about the newer face of the city, and it's not interesting to see or to live in. There's a part of me that thinks it's really unfortunate, he later says. But it's also like, what can you do? I mean, it's a city after all, and the cities change. Milka says he hasn't been back to Jinbochi in a while. Looks far different than he remembered, and there are a lot more new buildings these days, he tells me. When asked about the old office he used to work in, he says it's gone. He can go see his office slice of history in the area. He often hesitates to say he's nostalgic for Jinbochi, but he seems to have some affection for the area still. I think it has more to do with the fact that our creative endeavors began in a less gentrified, built-up area, he says. Milk is taking me through Jinbochi's alleys, and if I stop looking up, I can see the area's pass holding on. Tucked out aside of all the new offices around us are old weird buildings, such as an eel shop Yamaoka and Toyama used to frequent. There's also Saburo, a tiki-themed cafe, a cafe that stands out like a sore thumb even compared to everything else in this alley. Time has seemingly forgotten. Small parts of Jinbochi's disorderly past hold on. Even though these days he's one of the most well-known video game composers of all time, and not to mention writing soundtracks for massive Netflix series such as Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Milk was making for Edge Runners too? I thought it was like mostly kind of like the licensed tracks there, but I guess like some just like general OST. Yamaoka seems to do the same. When I asked him to take me somewhere that inspires him, he took me to walk the same old streets he did nearly 30 years ago before becoming a name. Conversation drifted small talk about the warrior's little details about the area, such as its signature food. Besides bookstores, Jinbochi is also known for its curry restaurants, which are all over the area. As we talk about this, Yamaoka remembers another gem. Do you know about the 3 C's you should not marry the Japanese women talk about now, he asks. It's creator, cameraman, and men who make spicy curry. They call those the 3 C's. Alright. Don't go there as if you're a creator, a cameraman. Feel like maybe I can understand the spice one, but why a cameraman of all people, I reply. Yeah, I wonder why. Hard pipes in with his own thoughts. I noticed musicians aren't in there. Oh, I actually used to have the 3 M's you shouldn't marry too, Yamaoka says. Musician, and I can't remember what the other 2 were. Off the main streets, our walking speed slowed down. At one point, we even stopped in the alley for several minutes, just hanging out while we talk. Conversation drifted to trivial chat, pleasant and inconsequential, stepping away from the new, almost like we're going back in time to a different era of Tokyo, slow and natural rhythms. Dating advisor, yeah. Dink t-shirt. Dink t-shirt, man. We've been drawn before finding our way into a coffee shop, tucked into the basement of an old building. It's dim and quiet. The few customers are in the cramped space, one far in the corner reading a book, and a small group across from him quietly taking over their drinks. A quaint little spot away from the street's noise above. Blink and you'll miss the type of place. Most apparent is the smell. Walking in the front door, a shotgun blast of cigarette smoke hits you in the face. 20 years ago, reportedly 50% of Japanese men smoked. These days, that number is closer to only 25%. Reportedly, less than 10% of women now smoke. In April 2020, new law banning indoor smoking came into effect. However, unlike, say, America, there are exceptions to the rule. Mainly private homes, hotel rooms, cigar bars, and some small-sized restaurants and bars that were opened before April 2020. Judging by the coffee shop's old interior and faded hand-drawn dessert menus, it is safe to assume this place was built long before then. Only thing they smoke is menthol cigarettes, I see. I've never been there, I see. Time to go and repeat. Sit down and order iced coffees, and Yamaoka and Hart begin smoking as we talk. One cigarette turns to 2, 2 to 3, and eventually the entire ashtray is filled. I recently quit smoking, but I pop in a piece of nicotine gum so I don't feel too left out. Cities, neighborhoods, and even specific buildings and the people within them all have their own distinct rhythms. Example, Shibuya, with its thousands of people all walking at once, has a fast rhythm. No one is stopping in its alleys or have an idle chat. They're constantly going where they need and doing it as fast as possible. Comparison, Jinbochi is slower, but not by too much. There's still a lot of noise and food and car traffic, but in its alleys, and especially down here in this basement coffee shop, its rhythm slows down to near crawl. When you're in Shibuya, you match its rhythm. You walk fast and stay out of people's way. If you talk to someone, you do it quickly to move out of the way of the next person. But down here, let conversations drift, and let comfortable silence fill the air while you think about what to say next. Take slow sips of your drink and or long drags of your cigarette. Nod along to conversations as if individual syllables are the kick and snare of a drum. That's actually kind of like, I would say, not a bad law about the indoor smoking, because we also have the same stuff. Like they just like cafes, everything, no smoking. Which I mean, that's a good thing. I quit smoking long ago, so I would rather not sit in the smoke, right? But I think giving an option, why not? Like if you just made like place like the cigar bar, like place where people like go to smoke. Why not? Why completely forbid it? Like you see it's for smoking people, you don't like it, don't go there. People like killing slowly themselves with nicotine and stuff. It's their choice, why not? Not the best one, but you know, let them make it, let them do it in comfort. Even more than the towns or cities, I feel like Japan as a country has that. Imoka says, you can say that about many places in the world, and usually China, America, and Japan too. Feel there's distinctive rhythm of Japan, and I mean Japan as a whole. Van Halen, for example, I think they're quintessentially American, and their grooves, I think, would never come out of Japan. But I think Japan's groove has to do with the way we always attempt to harmonize and reconcile ourselves with the people around us. We look around us and say, oh, they are doing it like that, so I'll do this. What that example shows, I think, is that Japanese people leave a space to synchronize with each other. As Japanese, we all have our individual rhythms, but the Japanese groove is a sense of rhythm based on harmonizing with those around us. That's our national character and how we go about our daily lives. Oh, they also use this stuff now. How's it called? Like the heating systems, the tobacco heating systems instead of smoking, like the burning cigarette. It's like supposedly better for you, not exactly. They call vapors still? What do they call them here even? Well, here they call them by the names of the brands, basically. Like we have multiple ones. Like some of my friends smoke this shit too. It's like you have like special sticks instead of like the regular cigarettes. So like the temperature is not going too much. Like they don't burn. Yeah, like Juul, IKES, some other stuff. So it's kind of like, it just heats up the tobacco. Like you put the stick in, there's like the metal heating like needle there that just kind of like heats it up. So like in theory, that's kind of preventing getting like too much, you know, the burn products in, which is like the bad stuff, which is obviously, I think even without it, that's enough bad stuff. So yeah, that way is kind of healthier, you could say, probably. I wouldn't really say so, but yeah. That shit smells like whack and tastes like whack too, to be honest. I tried that stuff. It's like, why? Like, I don't know, man. Like, if you do it just to get your fix of like nicotine or something, just, you know, get the gum, I guess, if it's that big of a problem. I just kind of quit, like, cold turkey, whatever, back in the day. Like, the process itself was kind of what I liked about it, you know. The ritual and the smoke and everything, kind of the taste to some extent, depending on the type of whatever you smoke. But yeah, if you just do this, then don't. Just don't. Counterpoint, however, that we talk about is Japanese musicians' knack for being genre fluid. And a contemporary example is Maximum the Hormone, who in the course of one song goes from thrash metal to deathcore, all the way to J-pop and electronica. Yamaoka's work also run the gamut of genres. It can be dark and scary, or it can be soft and meditative, or in the case of Slitterhead, it can be loud and abrasive. Music is full of different rhythms and BPMs, and he never sticks to one style. Could also say it's in stark contrast to the idea of harmonizing with those around you when you are creating dissonant music that's hard to follow. Yamaoka says this genre fluidity is something he thinks about often and something directly related to his hopes for the Slitterhead soundtrack. Foreign people have this impression of Japanese, I think, that they are very quiet and unassuming, Yamaoka tells me. During conversations, for example, I bet Americans wonder a lot why Japanese people aren't saying anything. But the truth is, we're silent because we're thinking deeply and synthesizing what's being said. And I think as creators, we do the same thing with music. Like you said, there's a tendency for Japanese creators to combine and mix different things together. Rather than create something from scratch, we instead tend to combine different strands together to create something new. First, on the other hand, what I want from the music, not the music even, the sound as a whole, is for it to evoke a unique sensation in players while they play. Not really thinking about jazz or classical at all. I want the sound design for Slitherhead to feel new, like something that others will look back at and try to imitate in the future. Yamaoka is in a privileged position to try and create new sounds and has been afforded that opportunity for about 30 years, but he acknowledges it's not the same for a lot of Japanese artists and recognizes how historically hard it's been for Japanese musicians to break beyond the country in meaningful ways. You have certain famous creators, like that artist Sophie who passed away recently, or if you could go back 10 years, Skrillex, Yamaoka says. These artists have talked about their appreciation for Japanese music. I think they're all watching what we do, and in Skrillex's case, he incorporated some of those inspirations in his own interpretation of dubstep, and that totally took off. But Japanese creators, what they create fuels and inspires foreign artists who then build on and reiterate and find success with these ideas. But Japanese artists, for some reason, halfway through, it's like they just run out of steam. That's true for young Japanese too. They just aren't able to sustain into a culture or genre. And I've asked myself many times, why is that? Japanese people are so good at combining things and making something new, but why can't they sustain and develop those ideas? And how could we build an environment that fosters more sustained creative endeavors? Doesn't have a definitive answer, but Yamaoka brings up different ideas in which he thinks older established creators in the country could be doing more to boost younger artists. One example is his Boke's own Golden Hour YouTube series, in which the Yama speaks with the mainstays of the Japanese game industry. So far, it's had the current head of PlayStation Indies and former boss of Sony Computer Entertainment, Shuhei Yoshida. Interesting, I didn't know even. The series there. Resident Evil creator and Tango Gameworks founder Shinji Mikami, and Devil May Cry and Dragon's Dogma director Hideaki Itsuno. It's a fantastic series full of interesting development anecdotes, but Yamaoka wonders if Bokeh should be having on younger creators or more people from Japan's burgeoning independent development scene. Perhaps to his point, Bokeh recently profiled one of its younger programmers, Tetsuya Matsushita, who spoke candidly about his worries about the development of Slitherhead. It was a refreshing video to see from a developer where a newer face was given the opportunity to both tell their story and speak candidly about their work. Yeah, that's not. It's not like even like in Japan only. Like that is kind of problem probably everywhere. With showcasing the younger talent and stuff in the industry. Well, a few hours I spent with Yamaoka, our conversation drifted all over the place, and never really settling on a central thesis beyond, hey, what do you think Jinbochi is cool? Even then, given how much the area has changed and gentrified since he worked in Silent Hill decades ago, the answer is complicated and all over the place. When I think about it, our aimless conversations make sense. One of Yamaoka's defining traits and his greatest strength as an artist is the way he never sticks to one idea. Throughout his career, he's constantly oscillated on a project-by-project and song-by-song basis between sounds, influences, and genres. Yet he tells it that's partly by design. He doesn't write game music with a clear idea in mind. For Slitherhead, I use a development tool to insert and test the sounds in real time. Oh, this sounds wrong, this is much better. It's that kind of trial and error process. I think that's the best approach for game sound design also. It's a bit different from writing regular music. With game music, there's first and foremost the game. So I play the game in real time while I'm trying out sounds over and over to see what impression the sound makes in each moment. Taking that into account, thinking about our various conversations, and of course Jinbochi itself, with its once disorderly and chaotic streets, I think teaches me more about Yamaoka as an artist than any single question ever will. It's just that naturally, it's a long, winding, and messy route to figuring that out. I mean, that's how it should be, in my opinion. Like, you don't stick to some like genre that you define, you just kind of like find what works better in some particular situation. You gotta adjust, that will be better that way. A million different ways to see a city. If you can stick tour guides and destination spots, or go in alone and lose yourself for hours down familiar streets. You create a rigid itinerary or wake up every day with no agenda, your only plan being spontaneity. But your best bet might be seeing it through the eyes of someone who lives there and has spent decades learning its streets, seeing it change and pulling from it for inspiration. Cities are symbiotic, give humans their livelihoods, families and communities, and in turn people build cities up, change them and give them identity. You can't learn that on your own if you are not from a place, at least not if you only have a week in a city as large as Tokyo. You need help seeing that for yourself. Far more of Tokyo at this point than I have of Slitherhead. I have no clue how areas are as vastly different as Nogiuena or Jinbocho will find their way into the game. Not to mention every other bulky developer I didn't talk to, each pulling from their own wealth of inspiration. But I know they will be there somehow or in some way. Video games made in offices, often bland, usually boring buildings filled with row after row of cubicles. But they made about places, often exciting, usually unique settings that can only exist in the specific few miles they inhabit on the earth. Made that way by the people who call their streets home. Where you live always affects what you make. Hooray, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. We'll see what they're gonna do with this one. So they already started some dang promotion for that even. With like interviews and stuff like that. It's an interesting way to promote it. To promote the studio and the project. I'll say that's a good way though. It's kind of less like, you know, like... Now this year? I don't think so actually. Did they get 2023 as a date? I don't think there was even any, wasn't it? Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think there is any really. Yeah, I don't think I see at the end of last year, December 28th, it was... Development is nearing its climax, so I guess maybe. Let's see, I see. Yeah, that happens sometimes, or there's like one picture pretty much, just so there is something, and that might be not even the actual picture of it, you know. Yeah, happens. Seen that before. Alright, let's continue with them news, Let's continue. And yeah, they're already starting to ramp up the marketing stuff. In kind of nice way, I have to say. Street Fighter Duel is a free-to-play mobile RPG arriving in February. Another one. The mobile one. So, well, some people... Crunchyroll Games, damn son. Some companies kind of like slowing it down. Some companies are rolling out harder. 40 minutes article, yeah. I mean, that's more kind of like, you know, the interesting piece there. An interesting piece there, with some insides. Can she tell me that's kind of scary? Yeah. Konami to remove a crime site from Steam and make it unplayable. Social deduction game released last year. Also, they tried to make their own Mogus, I guess. Got a surprising update on the Steam page last night. Despite being out for less than 10 months, Konami is ending support for it and making the game unplayable. Damn son, launched in April 2022. Decided to terminate service on Monday, May 1st, 2023. Oof. Another one. The game itself won't be able to play. The recent reviews mostly negative. Can you even see that? And this one even available. Yeah, I guess it's not here. Not here then. Not here, I guess. Yeah, never heard about that one either. That's the fun part. That's the fun part. Let me see. Abilities. At least we can open this way. 5 people in game. Prospering and thriving. Clearly. 1 second. There we go. There we go. I need to buy that stuff too, even. So it wasn't free to play. Amogus. And the Amogus, like. Yeah, it actually kind of had decent reviews, even. So it's like literally probably lack of marketing. Can I just like. Well, I guess yeah, I can check from here, whatever. Unlucky. Weird. Yeah, it seems like okay. Like I guess all the negative stuff is recently because like mostly negative recent ones since people are mad they're closing it. So it wasn't even that bad before. Not enough based male coomers. Yeah. Well, like too many of those. Could be. Handful of reviews and Metacritic, extremely low stats on SteamDB. And the player base, yeah. Multiplayer social deduction game set in futuristic London. Moriarty's team seeks to commit a murder and Sherlock's team tries to stop that from happening. And generally received positively by those that did play it, didn't gain much traction. Yep. No marketing, man. Then obviously no one's gonna be playing no matter how good it is. Star Wars Jedi Survivor delayed to April. From March 17th to April 28th. That's not too bad. Well, it's not too bad. Still can get it here properly though, so I will see when I will get my hands on it. I guess no rush though. That one I wouldn't mind playing, to be honest. That one I wouldn't mind. Alright, so we had like 1 cancellation, 1 delay so far, right? Seems like. I think so. For now. Rumbleverse is shutting down in February. Pro Wrestling flavored Battle Royale shutting down next month, only 7 months after its full launch last August. That's pretty fast. Alright, so 2 closing down, 1 delayed. EA shutting down Apex Legends Mobile and Battlefield Mobile. And the thing is, like, Apex Legends Mobile already worked, right? And they're just shutting it down. Shuttering a Battlefield Mobile developer, Industrial Toys. So the company is closed too. Alright, so that means already 4 shut down, 1 delay. Alright. Si può see. I saw that one a bit. I mean, looked kind of fun, but yeah, just not really competitive, I guess. Alright. Should have played more, yeah. Tomb Raider Reloaded, the mobile roguelike starring Lara Croft, and it's out this month. That's what they do with the franchise, man. Developer Emerald City Games and publisher CD Entertainment, a group within the Embracer Group umbrella. So, like, THQ quickly decided to pump it, man. Like, when did they acquire the rights for the game? And they already pumped it out. It's like between buying it and selling it to Amazon. I guess maybe they're not selling like the mobile rights or something. But yeah, between acquiring and selling, they managed to pump out the whole game, basically. Insane. Grade the character. It looks like that was like scuffed mobile game odds. Yeah, it seems kind of like reskin probably or something. True. Yeah, pretty much. PlayStation Plus collection disappears in May. Damn, son. There was a batch of PS4 essentials that PS Plus subscribers on PS5 could download and play for no extra charge. Fuck was that? Can add any of the titles from PlayStation Plus collection to your game library before May 9th and play it anytime in the future with an active PlayStation Plus membership. So everyone joining later just gonna get nothing. Nice. Feels good, man. Bloodborne. Come on, dude. There's no games on PlayStation 5, huh? Why are you removing, you know, at least some games that people could get there for free? Maybe I guess that's the reason. There's no games to sell, so let's sell some old games instead of giving them for free. I see, Steve. Alright. PlayStation 5 surpasses 32 million units shipped after its best quarter yet. So they pumping, still not making any games though. No, I see, Steve. Alright. So you still get some of it. You get to keep stuff. Well, you need to add them all to your library, and then whenever you are sub to Plus, like now, or like you cancel sub and then resub, then you're gonna have access to it. It's kind of like PlayStation Plus worked before, I think. You just kind of like keep the sub going, and every month you just add the free shit to your library, and as long as you have subscription, you can play it no matter what. EA reportedly cancels a single-player game set in Titanfall Apex Legends universe. So that's 5 cancelled already, 1 delayed for now. 50 people were on the team working on this game, and EA will reportedly attempt to find positions for these employees elsewhere within the company. If positions cannot be found, some might be laid off with severance packages. Alright, so like 1 gonna be like repositioned, 49 laid off. Probably. But at least they tried. Knockout City will shut down in June. In another one. So that's like what? 6 cancelled. And 1 delayed. Another one. The Last of Us Part 1's PC launch pushed to late March. That's 2 delays now. March 28th now. That's not that much from 3 to 28. So 2 delayed, 6 cancelled. Dead Space is number 1, but launch sales lower than Callisto Protocol. That is interesting. Forspoken is 4. So basically like Dead Space is first, but it's worse than Callisto performed. And Callisto performed like shit, as we remember. Well, like shit in, you know, in their eyes. Obviously it wasn't that bad, but still kind of bad. And even then, with such a kind of meh first place, Forspoken was 4th place. Alright. Lower than God of War Ragnarok. Well, FIFA obviously, it's like, it's always there. That's a noof. That's a bit of a noof, I'd say. Yes, he's there. Alright. True. God of War Ragnarok moves 11 million units. So we were at 2 or 3 delays. 2 delays and 6 cancellations, right? We'll see. I think that's kind of it, though. I think. Around 40 Ubisoft Paris staff attended strike for better working conditions. Updates Solidaires Informatique confirms that more strikes will be planned at key moments in the game's production. Ubisoft's taking L's. Classic. A lot of remote workers told us they were following the strike without reporting it, making it a difficult number to track. Strikers represented at least 15% of the studio staff. Still the publishing? I don't remember actually. I think it mentioned before. Let's see. Did they say execs did not contact the strikers? Kick. No, I don't think it says here. It doesn't say here. So not sure, not sure. Not sure what exactly. The volume, limit UI. A bit lower. It's the volume level is lower kind of the place there. Ooh, right. Yeah, this one. Microsoft to increase Xbox Series S and X console prices in Japan. Series S gets a new price tag of $292 and Series X will cost consumers $462, effective on February 17th. Some conversion rate or something. Oh no, increase in the yen also, alright. September 22. Spencer said, can definitely say we have no plans today to raise the price of our consoles. Kick. It's like finally yen is in the shitter, but that's the, well, I mean, yeah, but they kind of like, they increased the yen price and the dollar price both. Quite a lot, too. Quite a lot, too. I mean, before there's some sort of like superstition or something about 999s or something. Yeah, that really went well this time. Like, first time Xbox is actually selling well in Japan, and they decided to like fuck it up, or they decided to capitalize on it that way to make more money. I don't know. That's quite a chunky increase though, $40 to each. That's quite. And it increased both in dollars and in yen also. So even if it's the shitter, that's still a bit too far, man. A bit too far. A bit too mean, I would say. 343 layoffs affected 95 people, including top directors. Halo Studios switched from Slipspace to Unreal Engine, a late last year report says. That actually makes like the layoffs even easier now. If they switch to Unreal Engine, they can just, you know, replace people more easily now for them, because, you know, Unreal Engine specialists are easier to find than some particular specific engine specialists, so that's part of the 5-head move, I guess, too. The price for non-leaking console, them son. A bunch of people going then, made redundant. Part of the recent Microsoft layoffs. Contractors were only given a few days warning before the end of their contract. The publication added, while a dozen veterans were also let go. Unlucky. 43 is reportedly currently working on an unannounced project known internally as Tatanka, using Unreal and co-developed with a certain affinity. Started off as a battle royale. Oof. And sources told Bloomberg that it may move in other directions. Yeah, probably already moving there. Unreal is also used to prototype new Halo titles. The publication added, concerning Halo Infinite, the studio reportedly isn't working on new content, as many of its developers were among those laid off. Alright, so like Infinite got fucked completely now, seems like. Forget about the live service component, probably. It's over. It's over. The Halo visual novel, yeah. EA profits up 13% in Q3 to $1.3 billion, but publisher has lowered the full year forecast after challenging quarter. Yeah, they removed program. The The forecast because of delay, alright. Shutdown. Updated expectations based on a Q3 trends. The number is revenue up 5%, gross profit up 13%, total net bookings down, live services another up 3%, full game down 21%. Well, I mean, they didn't really like release that much, to be honest. For a year, revenue up 13%, gross profit up 3%, full games down 15%. Yeah, didn't really release that much there going on. Yeah, they had like launch of Battlefield 2042 at least in 2021. Didn't get anything. Dead Space, Blood Hearts, and Star Wars. Yeah, probably. I mean, another FIFA probably too. You know, like if not FIFA and live service, they would be probably already not doing that well. Unit 2 games to shutter Kratom. Developer attributes the decision to Google Stadia shutting down. Back in 2020, the title launched on Google Stadia, and in March 2021 joined the Epic Games Store. We expanded Kratom significantly since launch. We have fortunately not seen quite enough growth for us to justify continuing. Google Stadia shut its doors recently, which was the initial launch platform for Kratom, so we decided that now is the right time to bring things to a close, despite the dedicated efforts of our team and our community. Meta, then known as Facebook, acquired the Unit 2 games in June 2021. Damn son. Meta taking another L. That dude's probably like not even mad. got the bag and everything, and now they out. Time to go work on something else. I don't see the Wild Hearts being too big. I mean, we'll see how marketing will go. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be something like super huge, but probably gonna be solid. Like if they manage to get like, you know, some decent like the like decent wave of like coverage with like streams, YouTube and everything, and the game is actually good, then it might be. But yeah, we'll see. God of War Ragnarok drives $9.6 billion quarter for PlayStation. They pumping. Sales up 13 year-on-year. Operating income 8% down year-on-year. Net income down 6% year-on-year. Game and network services sales up 53% year-on-year. Damn, son. Just need to release some games, and you suddenly farmed the monies, dude. They aren't gonna farm the Monster Hunter fans. Well, I mean, there is a bunch of like people playing something like Dauntless, for example, right? The Dauntless is free though, that's the thing. So they're not really hitting that category with the price tag for the game, but you never know. I mean, there is a demand for something that is Monster Hunter, but not exactly. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think this all this like building stuff and everything, I'm not sold on that one. I'm not sold on that one whatsoever. That seems like not super necessary there, but I don't know, maybe some people do like it. I feel like they kind of like they attempt to kind of, you know, try to appeal to like the Fortnite crowd and stuff. But judging by the fact that like the Fortnite no build mode also got like very popular and stuff, I don't think people, you know, like the building in particular. They like it as part of Fortnite, so it's not, you know, a fact that they're gonna like it as a part of something else. Dwarf Fortress made $7.23 million in January. Batewell Games shared the figure in its forums. As a comparison, the game brought $15,635 in December before the commercial release. Holy shit, alright. I mean, that's also not too bad. So like in December before the release, they got... So it was like 15k per month, sorta, I guess you could say. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, too. So I think they kind of managed to pump the game to decent amounts even to kind of live off, but getting few mil is also kind of nice, not gonna lie. Yes, you see, alright. Also, it's kind of like the ultimate abilities when you build stuff. NCSoft West lays off 20% of stuff. Oh, we shouldn't count layoffs too. I mean, I already lost count, to be honest, of everything. That was too much. Like two delayed, 6 cancelled. I think something else cancelled after 2. So, and a bunch of layoffs already also. CEO Jeff Anderson also steps down alongside cuts that were said to be part of global realignment. Can confirm laid off approximately 20% of NCUS workforce today, primarily affecting non-game development positions as part of global realignment with our corporate headquarters in Korea. Affected employees have been given severance and access to resources to help with job placement. In addition to the cuts, CEO Jeff Anderson also left the company, saying Jeff decided that his time at NC had come to conclusion and we appreciate his efforts with us. I'll see. That, like, what was they making? Like, they got like some like popular franchise to make MMO, but I forgot what exactly was that. I can't remember what was that in the end. A Dying Light franchise has sold 30 million copies. Milestone reached 1 year after sequel's launch and 8 years after original Dying Light debuted. Don't know how much is actually like the new and how much is the old one, because the old one sold a bunch. They were like, they kind of subconsciously, sort of, I guess you could say, make it into the live service game with all the updates and everything, and it just was pumping money for them for a while. Meta's VR division lost nearly $14 billion in 2022. The firm's net income fell 41%, but the CEO noted that 2023 will be a year of efficiency. All right, so they're just gonna lay off a whole bunch of people in 2023, basically. That's how they become effective usually. 14 billion, dude, just down the drain. Imagine working there. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, if you fail and stuff, you just like calm down, bro. It's like, look at Netflix, right? We need a few years to establish ourselves. It's like we're gonna take some L's, but then the W is gonna be massive. We're just gonna become more efficient, you know. So let's like cut more people. So like more of this money that you rain at us, gonna, you know, gonna drop on us, like on the few people left, basically. And no matter how much you fuck up, you're still kind of successful in a way, because you know you just still get rained money upon. And that's it. That's maybe not the best like thing to put on your resume though, that you were like CEO or something during this VR run, and during your years in your position, like your studio got rained like 30 billion and it didn't do shit. But I guess if you got rained that much money upon you, maybe you don't need another job after, though. Potentially. You got to know Horizon, the world is not going anywhere. I mean, it's probably like not only that, it's just like in general the VR department. Not just the meta stuff. Not that just the meta worlds and stuff. Probably something else too. Like, well, Oculus and stuff like this still, I guess. Turtle Rock to stop supporting Back 4 Blood. Another one is over. Title launched in October 2021 with the studio saying it doesn't have the resources to continue working on Back 4 Blood content while it spins up another game. So yeah, it's kind of like time to ditch. It's time to ditch, man. We tried and we made some content and now, yeah, no, it's over. Which I mean is kind of fine though. Like, I mean, it happens eventually. Sooner or later it would happen. It just means that, you know, game didn't go as well to make it later than sooner. It's evolve all over again, yeah. Yeah, that's actually true too. That's actually true. Just a bit too fast. A bit too fast for what it is, I guess. And they even like didn't even like make it free to play or something, right? So I guess they just kind of saw that there's like not enough interest, so they just like, all right, fine, just sell it, cut the ropes, cut the losses, you know, take that L. Hey Portable, hello, how are you doing? Square Enix sees a 6.6% drop for the past 9 months as it pulls in $2 billion. Publisher notes that its HD game segment saw an 11.3% decrease despite launching multiple titles. I wonder why, dude. I wonder why. Net sales down 6.6%, profit up 16.3%, digital entertainment net sales down 13% year on year. Elaborate, hello. How we doing, man? They put it on all sounds? I think so, yeah, I think so. More people play Left 4 Dead 2, yeah. Net sales decreased 11.3% compared to last year. Title launches during the 9-month period, I guess, include Power Wash Simulator. That probably was the most successful. I was surprised that Square Enix got to publish Power Wash Simulator. That's probably what actually, made them some money. Live Alive, I'm not sure if it was anything. Valkyrie Elysium, I think people were kind of not like completely super happy on that. Star Ocean, The Divine Force. I haven't even heard about that one, I think, kinda. Crisis Core, Final Fantasy Reunion. Oh, it's not yet. They didn't even get to the good stuff, like with Forspoken and everything. Ooh. And mobile PC browser decreased 12.4%. And they're closing the one of the mobile games now. So one is dying there. MMOs made $300 million in revenue, representing a decrease of 16% year over year. So I guess like the hype from the expansion already dying out. People moving on. Yeah, last year saw Final Fantasy XIV Dragon Quest X receive new expansion packs. So Dragon Quest X is MMO. Alright. It would make retaining MMO users a priority. Yeah, I think like if there would be if not for Final Fantasy XIV, I think they would be like feeling way worse in the market. That will do a way worse. Final Fantasy XIV is kind of like helping them offset all that stuff. Like basically like the MMO income is pretty much like not the same, but still 75% of the HD game segment. Surprised mobile still kind of pumping that much for them. The new titles were unable to offset weak performances from existing titles. So they're still like actually managing to get a lot from those. Like way more than from actual HD games. Interesting. Twice the MMO revenue. And that's with decrease. And with some games being closed now soon. Impressive, man. That's still shit. That shit is still pumping, dude. Surprisingly. Kadokawa, Elden Ring drove a game's sector revenue to an increase of 123% in Q3. From Software parent company's Q3 report also says that overall it saw a revenue increase of 27%. Partly thanks to sales bump. Oh, damn, I see. So the sale, the Game of the Year sale. Company's overall revenue rose 27% year on year to $520.5 million. Game segment revenue rose 123% to $49 million. Damn, this Kadokawa is actually pumping quite good even without gaming segment though. Not bad, huh? In part as a result of the title winning a Game of the Year at the Game Awards 2022, an overseas Game Award event held in December, the number of units sold increased again. This reaffirms the long-lasting popularity of the game. Looking ahead, the firm highlights From Software's upcoming 2023 release of Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. Kadokawa adds, "We are reinforcing our game IP creation capabilities by strengthening human resources among other efforts. We'll also make proactive investments in development in-house and continue to develop major titles with the worldwide market in mind." Son. Insane. Insane. How's their CEO actually doing, I wonder? The one who was in the lawsuit for corruption during Olympics. I wonder. Activision Blizzard agrees to $35 million settlement with SEC following investigation. Commission found the Call of Duty publisher's disclosure controls for assessing reports of workplace misconduct violates U.S. law. "10 days to pay the penalty, must also cease and desist from committing or causing any violations of the Exchange Act." Alright. Let's see. Okay, clauses, that's fine. And start disclosure, investigation, yeah, that we saw. Settlement. Doesn't say here though. Like, how does that settlement work? Is it just like that doesn't say here. Sometimes some of those settlements are like was it with Cyberpunk or with Cyberpunk? Yeah, with Cyberpunk investors, that was the settlement, I think. When it's like you settle, like they kind of paid money to someone, and those guys kind of like just not even allowed to say anything, like, you know. So basically kind of like, we innocent. We just like decided, you know, to pay money to someone, but we innocent, and no one is allowed to claim otherwise. And they're not allowed to say anything about it because we paid money to them. Konami's 9 months net sales see a 5.5% boost as it amasses $1.7 billion. Are these guys even selling nowadays already? Pachinko should be dead after all the lockdowns. The firm's digital entertainment sector sees a 1.6% bump as it pulls in $1.2 billion during the period. Them son. The UGO, I guess, pumping their monies. Business profit down. Digital entertainment net sales. In terms of game performance, the firm noted that UGO Master Duel reached 50 million downloads globally in November 2022. During the 9 months, the firm released a mix of new game IPs and series installments. Them son. Konami launched titles such as Baylor Jail, Amazing Bomberman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, at least it's something I recognize there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright. On Bomberman I also recognize, but haven't heard about that one recently. And all that kind of brought them that much. The fuck? Yeah, shutting down crime sites. Launch of eFootball 2023, and it's a revival of the Silent Hill franchise. The future projects include Silent Hill 2 Remake, 2 spin-offs, a movie, and an interactive streaming series are in development. Firm also noted that the Super Bomberman R2, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunan Unification Wars is slated for a 2023 launch. Man, they still farming, man. They still farming. Yeah, portable, yeah, that too. That too. That is true. European Union issues Microsoft with antitrust warning over Activision Blizzard acquisition. Xbox firm says it is listening carefully to Commission's concerns and confident it can address them. Statement of objections was sent to the Xbox firm on Tuesday, in which European Commission antitrust enforcers detailed their concerns over the $68.7 billion deal. While the details of this statement are unknown, the Commission has previously said it would need to investigate the deal thoroughly because the merger may significantly reduce competition on the markets for the distribution of console and PC video games, including multi-game subscription services and/or cloud game streaming services, and for PC operating systems. The EC was particularly concerned about Microsoft withholding Call of Duty and other Activision Blizzard products from other consoles, and that the deal could also harm competition in the game subscription and cloud gaming spaces. Microsoft responded, committed to finding path forward. We're listening carefully to European Commission concerns and confident we can address them. Alright, so no, like, details properly, I guess. Yeah, 70 billion deal. And, the Facebook just dumped 14 billion in a year on all the meta stuff. So like 5 years is just like wasted, you know, Activision Blizzard, just like down the drain there somewhere. That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. They could just save up and buy something that works, actually, you know. Amnesia the Bunker opens its doors in May. May 16th instead of original March window. And another one. So it's like, what, 3 or 4 delays and like 7 or something cancellations in a week. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, man. Quite the week and a bunch of layoffs too. And what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Yes, Dave, yeah. I think it's like the more corporate they got. You get the Giga Corpa, you become the slave to Corpa, man. You just need to pump some stuff, some trash, follow some trends, you know. Get on every train possible there, but considering like the speed it takes already to release like the AAA full-blown game, like by the time you make something, the trend is dead. Like the Microsoft, this the new project, right? Like what was it? Tatonka or whatever, the internal name. That stuff is like what's supposed to be Battle Royale, but it's not exactly already Battle Royale because we probably, while they were kind of like working on it, Battle Royale genre already kind of died in a way. I mean, not died, but it's like it's solidified around kind of the same players, and trying to get into that is not that simple. Let's put it that way. And it's not even about the quality already anymore. It's about like how much you can fork out on marketing and stuff. Like Apex managed to get in, but I guess when Apex was getting in, there still was kind of like more vacant space there to get through. It's like, what, PUBG and Fortnite at the moment. So they managed to like rain money and slide in somehow and get like leading positions on the market. But now it's also Warzone on top of that, even though Warzone is also not feeling too good. I thought Warzone will be like the go-to battle royale for everyone. Seems like it's not really. And everything else so far just getting close and dying. The battle royale trend in general is like already like years old. So like that game, all those games were like planned long ago. By the time it kind of gets somewhere, it's already time, you know, to change the idea, because that's not gonna work. It's kind of if they will decide now to make like, oh, yo, look at this Vampire Survivor stuff. We need to make AAA Vampire Survivors. So like, let's make it for 5 years, and in 5 years, no one even remembers what the fuck is that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things will go. It becomes kind of hard to like, to be agile in this market. When all this like production cycle is like years and years, it's really hard to adapt. And this it, and this. I think, let me see, one sec. What did you guys post? Let me see. This we saw. Oh yeah, true. That shit, of course. The day before, the main one, the Battle Royale Survivors. Yeah, hey Johnny. The gameplay overview of Atomic Hearts, probably not. I'm just gonna probably play it on release anyway. Let's get the gameplay and the Dragon Age stuff. Can't watch the leaks on stream, if anything. So what's their early alpha gameplay and details? Real-time combat, plays like hack and slash, combat inspired by God of War 2018, possibly no direct party control, much improved animations, fully single player, 2023 release unlikely. Yeah, I think it even said it already very unlikely according to rumors and stuff. The Fae game, yeah, let's watch the Fae game. Oh yeah, the Arc line is still not on Steam. Yeah, I can't open. Actually, wait a second. Can I open this? No, I can't. Alright. Yeah, I can't open the Twitter stuff without VPN turning on. So whatever. We'll see when they're gonna put the Steam page. There's some like interesting RPG coming that a lot of people signal boosted. But yeah, we'll see when it's gonna be out already on Steam. Them. See, Junior, say, did that change now? Knights of the Republic also changed combat. Ah, not necessarily though. That's not a new game, at least. Yeah, no. All right. So I'm gonna close this then. Let's watch this one and then back to the gaming. Here we go. See what this is all about. And the game that is unreal, eh? It is actually kinda real, apparently. See, Junior, see. And they got the priorities there. I go to the booty, yeah? Indeed, the ass trader, yeah. The development budgets. Yeah, apparently people say there's already a whole bunch of like the assets, even like the free assets or something. People found from Unity Store, or like cheap asset packs from Unity Store, which I mean assets are fine though, right? But apparently there's a whole bunch of them here. And apparently also they like copied was it the Call of Duty Zombo mode or something trailer? Some scenes like 1-to-1 or something, some direction. Hey, Huli. Some different game, yeah. Teruo. Car is a car. No, assets in general kind of fine, yeah. The assets too, yeah. Usage is fine. Yeah, the usage is fine. Could be get some better quality stuff though still. A little bit better, a little bit better. I got customization and stuff, sure. The tactical grips. Decision essay. The most important thing about the UI looks very basic, low effort. Well, I mean that's the thing. That's also the like it's fine, right? It's UI, it works. Why would you like mess with that? Same with assets too. It's just like the combination of all the things. When like everything in the end looks kind of low price and low effort. Like, come on, man. You can do better. You can do better than that. Yeah, that looks like some battle royale looting sort of in a way. That's not false, which is, I mean, kind of what it's gonna be, really. Not battle royale, but I would guess some sort of like division-ish thingy. Second guy didn't give a shit about bow silencer, I guess. See what they say, huh? The flesh with the silence, yeah. Damn, didn't see Ackerman there. Just use the one that saw some use. The empty co-op division, yeah. Get a whole bunch of different loot there. Some phones. Don't know how good and useful phones will be after the apocalypse. Can check cars and stuff. Some sort of like DayZ also could kinda go with that one. Just like run around looting stuff. Not checking the food market. Just the co-op zombie. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Like, is it actually just co-op stuff or is it like full multiplayer? I thought it was supposed to be full multiplayer stuff. So kind of like Division-ish in that sense. That's Jiggle. To pay attention when she was shooting.
If you are outside, please find a shelter or another safe place. All citizens are strongly urged to remain calm. All citizens are advised not to leave their homes.
The Bibsy. That was Queeks also, I think. Was it? Didn't even need to come up with all the names at this point. It's a Russian student and just could, like, you know, take all the new names for the things that we have here now. Instead of Pepsi, it's like what, Evervest now. Instead of Coca-Cola, it's like Dobre Cola now. Easy life. They don't even need to fantasize, it already exists. When you're actually good, well, Dobre is the one that basically replaced the original one. That's like pretty much the same stuff. Some other ones are some are kind of okay, some are kind of okay. It's kind of better than there's just in general, like more space on the like that they got so many different new like brands and then types on the market now. It's crazy. To go to the store, always see something new. See, let's see. announcement was weird as well. I think they just like basically, oh yeah, the volunteering culture, yeah. As their official video too, was it? Yeah, they were using the...
November 10th, 2023.
Are using the volunteer labor there to work on the game too. Sounds good. Sounds good. And it's the trailer where the dislike button. You don't even need it. You don't even need it. Yeah, we'll see about that one. On to wishlist, by the way. The game was like the top 1 wishlisted, actually. I think they didn't expect it themselves. That's why I think it's gonna be real. I think they're gonna make something. Just they need to cash out on those wishlists. So like, it's not a scam yet. It might be later, kinda. It's still gonna be a game. Maybe not the best one. It gives me the vibes of like, what was the name? The War Z, I guess, right, or something. Yeah, which was kind of like this like scuffed kind of DayZ alternative back in the day that was dying and then being resurrected again and again. I have a feeling that might be the case here, sort of too. Can't even like everything kind of works like this. Yeah, the infestation stuff. It is a scam? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's probably like really like trouble development and stuff, and attempts to minimize. Don't even know it exists. Like, all right, you don't know if it exists. How it scams you? Like, did you pay for it? Did they do pre-orders or something? No. It doesn't exist. All right, it doesn't exist then. Sure. Who gives a shit? Like, no one losing anything out of it except maybe for their publishers, but I'm pretty sure their publishers, who I think like the mobile game publishers, they're not idiots. They're probably checking on them. They probably have ways. So like, who's getting scammed? No one. So I do think it exists because it would be like, it's just like whatever you say, it would be just dumb to not use the opportunity to launch something that is on Steam in top like 3 wishlisted. It's just easy money, dude. It's just easy money. So I don't think they are that PP again. They're probably just trying to like make something that will actually kind of, you know, use it better. That wishlisted top list.